And hello, everybody.
Hi.
Happy Saturday. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these beautiful people around me are your heroes for the evening. My best friends. Today we're going to continue across Eberron, but before we do, if I can please get an exclamation mark charity in the chat. We're raising money with Extra Life for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, so go click on that link. Go click on that link. Open your heart wallets to a really great cause, and do the lawful kind thing and be a hero IRL. Not as smooth and seamless today, but that's okay. It is meant to be a rather rocky start. So we're going to check that out. I don't think we have any announcements other than we will not be streaming next week. Take the week off, enjoy it. If you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays to you. We're going to be taking off and hanging out with our family and friends, and to go do the same. And we'll be back live next week, starting that Wednesday, December I don't have that date on hand, but I'm going to look at it real quick. December the 6th. November the 29th. Jeez. We're going to go live the 29th with our Whispers in the Dust campaign, EGM by Ian right over here. Going to go live for our cowboy, our fantasy Western game. So come check us out then. And then we'll be back that following Saturday, December 2nd, down here. So is that it? Is that everything?
I think so.
I think so as well. Well, in that case, last we left off, our heroes, the Shining Vanguard, had battled through the Mournlands. They got a new dog from an old acquaintance of RTM's through one Master Alexander, who had passed on, left him a protector who he is now deemed Slick. After a brief rest in the city of Last Stop and recruiting a fairy candy maker to be upon their ship, with essentially threatening him with the end of the world. Oh yeah, I'm saying
warning him of the end of the world. Different.
Yeah. Anyways, he is now aboard the Stormbringer, the Shining Vanguard's airship. The airship that they and before they took off from Last Stop, our friend Brune, the Duragar that our friends have met on their travels, got married to his partner, his soulmate, Aurelia. So after that, taking off towards the Maror Holds, specifically the Ironroot Mountains, where one Fist of Onatar, a volcano, lies. They went to the village of Soot Wedge beneath the volcano, where they met and had to fight their way, not literally, but fight against the elements up the way, up this volcano, where why am I reading chat? Why do I do this to myself? Where they crafted several items. Well, one, they crafted a lot of their spell foci weapons in aligned Bishik, a key tool in the fight against the Plane of Madness. But they also crafted a couple of other things. They crafted barding for their new furry friend Slick. They also crafted a couple of cutting-edge short swords. Haha.
I hope so. Certainly, I hope they do.
We ended
of them, to be exact,
last session with the Shining Vanguard staring at a crystal screen, their mouths agape. And as RTM looked down, he saw a sending stone, one that he knows goes directly to his old friend Gandalin. Pulse with a warm orange light, a message awaiting. And that is where we're going to pick up with Gandalin.
Okay, there we go. All right. Boom. It has been decided. Character pending.
Gandalin.
Hi.
Before you're able to open your eyes, you smell the unmistakable iron-laden scent of blood. You feel it under and around you. Pool of gallons and gallons of the sanguine life source. A fitting grave. Rarely does someone get to lay in this much of the thick, sticky liquid and live to tell the tale, but it helps that the majority of this isn't yours. We flash back now to the moments of the attack. Arcane shields are raised across the gallery floor, some more successful than others. Your own crimson shield is shattered nearly instantly. And as you lay on the ground, you see the fiery ceiling above you collapse in. Ganonwin, I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw. And because of your role at the end of Conclave of Crowns, I'd like you to make this dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
That's fair. All right.
Yeah, because your roll sucked. I know, because I watched the
your
one.
Your DC
shot.
is 26.
Oof. Okay. Oh boy.
Wait a minute. It wasn't that bad of a roll.
From downtown.
From downtown.
Do you already have the success?
Do I what?
Have you already rolled?
I've not rolled quite yet. I was about to roll now.
Okay. Would you like to know what you're rolling for?
Nah.
Okay. Go for it.
Leave it a surprise. For those at home, because I'm level 17, I'm rolling with a plus 14 for this dex save. So even at disadvantage, pretty good.
Those are the words of someone.
Not that good.
About to fail a save.
Yeah. Yep. I still needed a 12 or higher, unfortunately. That's a 20.
20. That is a failure. Darkness immediately after you see the ceiling collapse in on top of you. Screams, the warmth of fire, general confusion, and bodies lay around you when you are finally able to open your eyes. And when you do, it's because you hear the voices of Major Yuri and First Knight of the Flame, Lucas Porter, speaking with each other. Both in pretty terrible condition, looking at you lying on the ground. And Major Yuri comes up to you. I need you to listen to the next words that come out of my mouth very carefully. You are going to want to fail the effects of this spell that I'm going to cast on you. And you are going to want to bite down on this belt very hard. As Lucas Porter brings out a sword.
May not 100% trust Durowly, Curie, but I mean, I trust Lucas, so okay.
Your mind flashbanged into darkness. You're not sure how much time passes. What do you think Ganowin dreams of during this time?
Oh, God. I think almost like a bizarro version of the events leading up to the Accords. Like especially the kind of starting way back at the start of the campaign with basically any of the things that we can 100% pin on Zoriat, just like I said, bizarre, like kind of altered, weird, like not quite the way that they were in like a negative light, not in like a goofy haha fun way, but in a like if you looked at those scenes in like the worst possible light, going all the way up, flashing through up until the Accords themselves.
At the end of this dream, you see a young boy, sort of roughly chopped auburn red hair, looks up at you, young, 5 or 6 years old maybe, and you don't know how you know, but you know that it's your son. And you wake up in your bedroom in Crownholm.
Oh. I went all the way back to Korth without waking up.
You wake up in your bed, and looking around the room, it is empty. You hear the quiet rustle of maids or servants, butlers outside, guards at your door. It's dark outside still. And you're missing your left arm up to the shoulder.
Make it really hard to unmute my mic. Oh, I'm sure that's a big phantom limb energy. All right.
What do you do in these waking moments? You are at 1 hit point currently.
I'm at 1 hit point. Oh boy, I try not to fall out of bed and knock myself unconscious. I mean, if I know that I'm in Crownholm, I know that means I went all the way from Thronehold back to Korth.
Not a long journey. Gandalf would know that. Korth is quite literally up the river from Thronehold. Not far at all.
I must mislooked at that. I was not looking very well at the... Okay, and so not crazy long, but still. Mm-hmm. At least hours, right?
Very much so. Depending on how you got here to begin with. You don't know how long you were lying down in the floor of Thronehold. You don't know how long it took anybody to find you.
I gotta know what the fuck is, what all has happened, so, just like, arm or no arm, fucking getting up.
Okay. You get up, and almost instantly, as if listening for sounds of grunting and struggling of pains, you have a butler peek their head in. At least, do you require my assistance? You should rest and lay back down.
Maybe in a bit. Shit. The Chancellor, Yuri, where are they? I need them.
Yuri has taken his leave for now. It is quite late. The Chancellor was found not far from me. He did not make it.
Well, as much as I hate to rouse him from whatever rest I'm sure he earned, I need to know what happened. I fetch Yuri.
Yes, my liege. There are 2 more matters before I leave. There is the first Knight of the Flame. Lucas Porter is still here and wished to be notified when you woke up immediately.
Surely.
I will send him in. He is still here. And then Lady Ania Kaisel also wished to be notified.
She can be notified, but I'll see her later. I need to speak to Yuri and Lucas first.
Gives you a bow, goes out. Less than 30 seconds later, Lucas is walking into the door. Give me an insight check real quick.
Sure. Got any kind of exhaustion or anything?
No, not at this very moment.
And the dice tray. That's pretty good. 28.
28. Lucas has a face of a man who is desperate and a deep-seated rage that he's doing a lot to keep down. He walks in. My liege, I'm sorry about the arm.
Where is she?
I don't know.
What?
I was running her out and she turned to sand in my arms. I don't know. I was hoping you could tell me. Do you know who did this?
I suspect. Unfortunately.
Then voice your suspicions, so I have a direction.
Death is not much of a direction, Lucas. Wait for Yuri. We'll discuss it. This gets worse the longer I'm conscious. I'm gonna find somewhere to sit down that is not the bed.
Find a chair next to a small lamp. A couple of minutes later, knock on the door. Yuri walks in. My liege, how can I be of service? Shuts the door behind him. Takes you see where they had extra towels and blankets to stifle some of the bleeding that was happening due to the large limb. You see cure wounds were pumped into your arm, not to restore you back hit points, but to try to stop the bleeding from your torso, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But Yuri takes some of the clean towels, just throws them onto the ground and stuffs them under the door to sort of muffle any sounds that comes from it, and walks away from the door towards you.
Okay. Presumably you are not knocked unconscious. I want to know everything that you saw of what happened.
Talking to Yuri?
Mm-hmm.
My attention was drawn away, unfortunately, from the main attack. However, I can't be entirely sure that the Chancellor did not have something to do with it. Even in the last moments.
What do you mean?
I believe he thought me to be one of his allies. He had been plotting your end since the beginning.
Well, I can't say I find that particularly surprising. You think that he had something to do with the attack itself upon the Accords?
There wasn't a lot of time to ask questions. I made sure he found his way underneath a rock.
I see. Well, then both of you. Who all made it and who didn't? Confirmed or otherwise?
Lucas just sort of shakes his head. There's nothing confirmed as of yet. It was a fucking miracle we saw you. We don't know who's dead and who teleported out. It's a mess.
All right, Lucas. I want your word that you're not going to do anything rash. And by rash, I mean going off trying to rally all of the Knights of the Silver Flame and take them to where you suspect that she may be, where Jayla may be.
Give me a persuasion check.
We're still not proficient. Dirty 20, though. The dice gods are favorable.
You see,
and just while he's thinking about it, yours and your knight's deaths will not bring her. They will not save her, wherever she is.
I'm not going to do anything brash. I'm not going to do anything immediate, nor stupid.
That's all.
But do not expect me to sit on my hands.
I don't expect that either. I just want to make sure that telling you is going to result in another head thinking about how to fucking handle this and not running headlong into bad shit, basically.
Say what you need to say. You have my word.
Look at Crowley. Look back at Lucas. This attack appears to have been conducted by the Daughters of Sorakel. And them means Droam.
Just see a moment of pretty much just he knows that they're a threat. Talking about Lucas specifically, Yuri has Crowley's memories, so this is not incredibly surprising. Did I say Yuri has Crowley's memories or Lucas? Yuri has Crowley's memories.
Yuri has Crowley's memories, yeah.
I wanted to make sure I didn't say Lucas has Crowley's memories. He does, but you don't know that.
Learning new stuff about Lucas every day.
Is that the right mic, Cody?
It is 100% not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Not at all.
I think you're using your pillow as a microphone at the moment. However, back into the bedroom.
Fancy.
The chambers of the king.
There we go. That sounds better.
Mic test.
Better.
Lucas takes a minute to absorb that. Very well.
I suspect that this does nothing but further suspicions of if they are willing to sabotage the defense of Corvair as a whole. They're not just, fighting for themselves, they're playing for the other team.
What makes you think that?
Why else would they not only sabotage a meeting that was being set to hopefully provide defense, but also basically assassinating or attempting to assassinate the leaders of most of the nations?
I can think of at least one reason right off the top of my head on why they would want to do that. Power. An empire of their own. The second reason I can think of is, other than you at this very moment, no one knows it was them. Without any sort of clarification right now. Countries that are each other's throats because they have no idea who the perpetrator is.
Right. But if they're not working with Zoriat, that makes that really stupid. Unless they think that they can hold off Zoriat all on their own.
I don't know.
At the very least, it wouldn't hurt to approach it with caution that they may have outside help. It bears considering.
My lead, Gandalin.
Thank you.
I don't plan on doing anything brash. I've promised you this. On my honor, I will not. But I need a plan.
Yeah. I had been conscious for less than 10 minutes. I'm thinking really hard, I promise.
Yuri walks up to you, places a sending stone on the nightstand beside you. You need them.
Yeah, hope they finish their errand.
Hope they finish their what? I didn't hear you.
Their errand.
Oh, I heard their nap.
Hope they finish that too. I've got 25 words, right?
Correct.
So, pulling it up.
And now our time frames sync back up. what does RTM hear on the sending stone?
Might as well be to the point. The Daughters attacked the Accords. It is unknown how many survived. If nothing else, the chances of organizing a cohesive defense are badly damaged. Fuck.
We pan back. Our camera now switches to the inside of the Stormbringer. Several of our heroes, well, all with the exception of our automaton friend Otto, who still belabors within the Fist of Onatar. I'm not going to switch your name. Stream, imagine Gandolin's name changing to Brood.
Imagine using your imagination in D&D. What the
That's
fuck?
dumb.
Imagine his name changed right now, and I was a professional. Imagination. Our camera pans now into the middle deck of the Stormbringer. Our heroes, with the exception of Otto, who still works in the Fist of Onatar at the moment, surrounding a table with food that Erish has prepared. Erish and Glop has prepared for you all. And you see on the crystal screen a ruined building. It looks as if it has been leveled from explosives that are, other than the Mournlands, have no precedence. You see members of House Beneath, the protectors of Thronehold, who were hired to protect Thronehold, carrying out bodies of untold people. There's a moment of just dread that I imagine settles over some of you, of knowing that Gandalf was in that building. And then Artium, that sending stone lights up.
Once Gandalf starts speaking, I'll announce to everyone he's alive, and then continue listening to the message. It was the Daughters of Oracle that did it. I imagine this is going to be an interesting outcome if a lot of leaders didn't die. I will respond to the message. Where are you now? We can get right there. Got you 2 shiny swords to chop those bitches down with. That's it.
I already used my end for the day, so.
Yeah. You're king. You got someone. Sending squire, come over here.
Sending squire. Just have a guy. Have a guy for that.
Would you like me to go get the sending squire?
Yeah, he's got to change the background.
I have to change it. Apparently, this is apparently back and forth is going to turn into a conversation. Yes.
Very well.
Fuck.
He brings in a halfling who's ready to go with some arcane spells ready.
Oh Jesus, he's got a lot of coffee in
This is intense.
This is the night shift sending squire. He's got very large ears. He is apparently like just very buzzed on ungodly amounts of coffee.
It's probably not the first time he's used sending today.
Probably not. Quick message. I am back in Korth. Hope y'all have finished whatever the fuck you were doing. Get back ASAP. Fuck.
Who the fuck is this? No. Some weird person just said that he is back in court. So let's find a tree and some of us can get there immediately. If you guys want to. We can probably get there before noon the next morning, I guess, in the airship. Looks towards Nilbo and Erish.
Let's see real quick. Nilbo is asleep. He is not woken up. Nilbo, I will say, Nilbo had a level of exhaustion that he was attempting to sleep off to get you guys in last stop. So he is currently sleeping. If you wish to wake him up, you're more than welcome to.
If Erish can answer the question, that would be easy.
What's up? What'd you say?
How long it would take this ship to get to Gandalin, to get to the capital?
North.
You see that he's just still, his eyes locked on the crystal screen. He just has to shake his head away from it. I'm not sure. If we're lucky and hit storms on the way there was a rather large storm cell moving through. If we leave quickly, we might be able to hit the same and get there hopefully by tomorrow morning. If we don't, 2 days probably at least.
All right.
If you can get there more quickly with magic, and Gandalf needs you now, then do so. And when Nilbo wakes up, we can take the airship and I'll meet you there.
Get whatever supplies we have for healing ready to go.
Of course.
Yeah, Artyom will probably stand up and just kind of like call out, as loud as he can without thaumaturgy, and basically let everyone know that it's time to fucking saddle up. Signing Vanguard, it's time to go. There is.
We are leaving.
Yeah, essentially. And I'll start gathering my shit. Stuff.
Yeah, you all
stuff
start
food into my mouth and give it a big swallow. Give Erish a nice sloppy kiss, and everyone above deck who's going.
Eberron will approach this. Like that also looks, I'd say, probably looking pretty shocked at the events that transpired on the screen. I do not know what could have done that, but bad.
Hags.
I know little of them. Terrible indeed. For the now, get back to your friend. Me and mine will stay here for the moment. That priest, he said he didn't know if of any more Baishik. But from what I've heard of, speaking of House Kundarik, it would not surprise me if it is in their possession, if any, and if not, what's buried down below needs to be found.
So you are going to go on a mining expedition.
Perhaps the dwarves of the holds will be more open to conversation with someone of their own stature.
Okay. If that's what you feel like is going to be the best, I don't have time to discuss with you, no offense.
None taken. Do not think that this means I intend to abandon this battle.
Oh, you
fight.
better be there. I'm going to come looking for you afterwards, if not.
But the more troops we can fit with aligned Baishik, the better our chances. Someone needs to look into it. And I've spent a good bit of time underground, so I'm uniquely equipped.
Right. Well, good luck to you, and
Same to you.
Wait. Yeah. He grabs more of Erish's food just in case as he's having this conversation.
Erish, Ayers comes out with 3 little small, like, paper sacks, it looks like.
He packed you lunch.
He says, I can't make all of these, otherwise the magical properties will just disappear from them. But in case there's something that happens before we get there, and he hands you all 3 bags, Artyom, to dole out as you will. With his chef feat, he can make a number of treats equal to his proficiency bonus, and they only last for 8 hours, but you can use those to gain 3 temporary HP.
Okay.
So he hands those to you.
Hell yeah.
Nice. So he hands me how many?
He hands you 3.
3.
Yep.
We gotta get him leveled up.
He stays behind on the airship, man.
I mean,
he's leveling at a much slower rate. Got a solid chunk of XP in the Manticore fight.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. See, we're using milestone. Erish is using XP.
Very different system than the rest of us.
Be like that.
So, Erish hands you that. Kisses you, tells you, be safe. We'll be there soon. Keep Gandalf safe.
I'll do my best.
Erish comes over to you, Brune, as well as Thrillia, you both standing there, and he just says, it was a true pleasure having you. It's just sort of at the Durgar that are camping outside of Soot Wedge at the moment, that are just sleeping out here, that have been waiting on you. He says, it's a pleasure having all of you on board, and it was an honor to be a part of your bonding. Thank you for allowing me to be part of that.
Brune just kind of glances at Thrillia and then Erish smiles. I'm forever indebted to you for opening your home to mine. Thank you.
Just gives you a bow. Walks back onto the ship. Okay. So, just to make sure we're all settled, everybody's grabbing what they want off the airship. Otto. Camera pans into you completing spell focus. If you could please roll me another smithing tools check for this.
Gotcha.
And please describe to me what you are making.
So just as a heads up, he'll be using the final level 3 spell slot and one of his, I think, last 2 Flash of Geniuses. So he will have the assistance from his sub-automaton, as it were. And did you want me to describe it before or after I make the roll?
Before, please.
Okay. Otto was probably spending some time following the departure of his allies, figuring out how he was going to construct this. He knows that the world needs weapons and that the world needs the genius that his father is to have the best possible tools, but he also knows his father doesn't need more weapons and hates weapons. And struck with a flash of inspiration, one could say a flash of genius, he constructs a gauntlet or a glove, something that can be used as a tool outside of war just as effectively for acts of good and construction and for the betterment of society, not just in combat. It is made of intricately jointed metal plates and rods with the kind of a piston structure that would make an automaton work. So like a war-forged arm exoskeleton type of deal, intended to focus and amplify any technology that Milo might be using, and to hold and empower anything he was trying to create with magic, absorbed ambiently. So it's basically like one of those movement batteries that are in watches, but for like mana or magical energy, and then allows it to be shaped and focused more accurately. And that is what he is trying to construct. Now I'll roll. I have the 1d12 that it was given by Crowley, rolling at advantage from the assistance from the subautomaton.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. And then I forget, was I also rolling with the 1d4 or no? I cannot remember how long that lasts.
I think guidance only lasts a minute, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
so
then I would not.
Probably not the
have
D4.
Okay. And it was at a +9, was what I think we had determined. Because it was, I went with the middle ground between intelligence and dexterity. All right. 13, 12, 25, 34 total.
34 total.
Or that number just kept going up.
I was adding, it's like 13 base.
Carry
12,
to 5, 72 multiplied by 6.
Oh yeah.
You spend time crafting these sort of intricate joints to lock in and be not overly cumbersome and lightweight to channel arcane energies. Sort of hold it up, and it's almost like an exoskeleton. It's nearly robotic in nature, almost, or automaton-like. And we'll find out what that does later. Shining Vanguard,
okay.
does anyone contact Otto?
I assume
After you all gather up and remember that Otto is not there with you.
Yell up the mountain.
We're not gonna home alone him.
You yell at the volcano brune Torvis, who's still just standing around a corner, goes, shh.
Crowley will put out ascending. Probably the simplest that way.
Okay.
But, all right, ready? Put your hands up, DM. Let's go. We've gotten a message from Gandalin. We're needed urgently. Get back down the mountain.
There's still always so many words. There could be so
Always
many
so
more
many-
words.
I use all my words.
I could do a jingle like, "Oh, Gandalin, he needed Crowley. He didn't remind." Nah, yeah, there.
Just say fuck over and over again.
I told you so.
Words.
Was this after the completion that he got this, or?
It is while you're admiring it.
Not having a clear idea of what's going on, but getting a sinking feeling of the ominousness and vagueness of the message, he will stop his admiring, stow it, and head back. Probably due to the urgent nature, going ahead and burning an additional first level spell slot for the go fast spell.
Do you think you
Bonus
just
action
fly out of the door?
Expedition.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Expedition retreat, just fly down with rock boots. You don't see, you're gone. You just got the fucking rocket jets going down this volcano. We got, but our camera cuts to 2 dwarven guards that are right outside of the Fist of Onatar, and they look up at you as you fly over it. They look at each other, and one just goes, "I'm not chasing them." Other shakes their head, and they just resettle back in. This is the night shift. Fly back down towards the Shining Vanguard. So, you guys, how are you getting to Gandalf? What are we doing?
Guess we're via plants if we can find a tree nearby.
Backflips.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in the mountains. Like, there's a volcano right here, so you'll have to take a little bit of a short trip, but not very far at all.
Yeah.
So, Artyom conjures up a transport via plants spell. We got everyone going, with the exception of our friend Brune, who is staying behind with Torvus to speak to him and some other leads that he may have.
There could be best friends.
Play both characters, you coward. Bring him with us.
I don't think Jones will let me.
It's hard enough to balance for you guys as it is. Please stop bullying me.
Someone send a sending out to the.
I'm about to say, while we're at it, let's just go ahead and we'll get the cod back. We will rescue Milo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
sure
resurrect
Carlotta would
Melgrim.
be glad to like join. Like,
Everyone just start rolling dexterity saving throws right now.
This is which
All right.
character?
So,
Resurrect Melgrim.
well, you wanted to play both characters. We're rolling for everybody on Eberron as every moon just crashes into the planet. So
2 11s.
there's
Or
2
anything.
less moons as well. But you cast transport via plants. Brunesley being left behind. Everybody gathering their things and coming along. Is there anything else anybody wants to do here at the airship before leaving?
Yeah. Before leaving, Azura's gonna come up to Brune. Just say, well, to the moral holds for you, huh?
Perhaps, if I can determine where the Bishop is located without having to actually make my way there, I will do so, but that's probably could happen, yeah.
All right. Well, it has been an honor fighting by your side, and you better come back for the big fight.
With
and then
luck, it will be far from the last time.
he is going to take out that custom training Vanguard token, pass it on to him. Perhaps this can help you in your journey in the moral holds. I have no clue.
He looks at it.
Maybe clan and friend.
If they know of you, then I will be sure to seek out their assistance firstly. Thank you.
Pip would kind of walk around the corner with Mop, and she pulls out of her pocket a couple of like small, they're clearly fake, right? Like kids' coins, right? The pretend coins with little pretend jewels in the middle of them. And there are 4 of them. And she hands them to him. She's like, all right, now, while we're gone, I need you to practice what I showed you.
Practice what?
Right? Yes, practice. You practice hide them in your hand. Remember? It's on top and hide. It's the bunny. On top and then hide. Okay?
You say on top and hide, and he practice, and all 4 coins bounce all over the place on a natural 2. So, oh shit!
Okay, my lad. It's going to take some practice. You're new. It's just, and when you feel like you want to, remember what we talked about. You bump into them, and then you try. Just practice bumping into people on accident. Make them think you're clumsy, and practice the hide. Okay? I'll check with you when we get back. I want to see improvement.
Okay. And he hugs you.
Oh, she's like,
Pip, you feel his arm going for your coin purse on another natural 2.
she's like, oh, of course she'll like.
It's very not subtle. His entire arm is in your coat, and he's like, he feels the coin purse, and he starts snatching on it.
You're gonna like pick him up and be like, that's right, just like that. But don't ever fucking do it to me again. All right? Nice work. Keep going. And she like send him off.
You send off a scared, supported child.
Nice. It's a mixture of close-up magic and thievery.
Before we leave, I would like to cast 2 restorations on myself. So I only have 1 level of exhaustion.
Very well.
Before we leave, I'd like to say goodbye to my daughter.
Yeah. She's still
She's
sleeping.
probably
right
still
now.
asleep. Yeah, but I'm going to leave a well-worded note that'll explain this entire situation, no problem whatsoever. Because you can do that all in one note.
Yeah,
it's also
absolutely.
the size of a post-it note. Gone.
Very tiny writing.
Very tiny writing.
Are you telling her?
Gone for cigarettes.
Are you telling her everything that's happening right now?
Tell her a friend of ours is in Quarth and is in danger. We need to go help him. I'll be back soon.
Gotcha. Okay. You leave the note there on the nightstand. She's sleeping peacefully at the moment. Sort of a heavy sigh, and then takes the blankets, rolls over. It's very tired and very much still. Crowley, when you two were combined, that you knew your form was emaciated because of something with the way the morning magics worked. She still has that look on her, and you're not sure if it's going to take time or if it's ever going to go away.
Crowley will remember that and think on it as he moves back toward the rest of the party.
Awesome. All right. You head off. Anything else anybody would like to do before we all head to Korth? Going once?
Otto would be throwing the gauntlet into a just a small wooden box and asking his Aunt Koshik to put it into the bag of holding. He will just explain to you that it is for Milo. He does not clarify much beyond that, unless you ask.
I don't ask. I mind my own business.
Fair enough. All right.
She puts it on.
And then I don't.
Wait, hold on one second. Actually, if Otto physically says that it is for Milo, I will be asking what it is, because I ain't minding my own business when it comes to that.
He handed it to you and just like, for my father, if you see him before I do.
You said it's wrapped, right?
It's in like a little thin wooden box, like a little
No.
little packing container. Just keep it from getting banged around.
I'm gonna start to open it. Just be like, what is it?
Fucking nosy.
For your fault. Well, Milo's my best
Okay.
was my best friend, and now we boo him. But
yeah.
Did Otto did Otto ever tell anybody that he saw Milo back in the Mournlands?
no.
I didn't know that Otto was the only one who saw
Yeah,
him.
literally
He
the only
pointedly
one.
did not tell us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will retroactively say, with that knowledge, he would probably have mentioned something along the lines of, in those final moments, I believe I saw my father. So,
Yes,
but
everybody was very confused as to why Otto was sulking. We're just like,
that
oh,
would have
sad
not
robot.
been that would not have been secret information. I thought everyone saw that. I did not pick up that I was the only one. But yeah, you open up, you see exactly what I described to the DM when crafting it, and by way of explanation would say, I do not believe my father would appreciate more weapons, so I have made him a tool. I am confident that we can rescue him.
What does it do? You're rolling to see if you know what it does.
You can see him like physically restraining himself from a long-winded explanation. A deep breath unnecessary because he doesn't breathe, and just, it is an augmentation device.
Meant to augment what, Otto?
And at that point, I'm not going to roll him another save. He begins to go into some incredibly arcano-technological description of how it focuses and alters magical energy to interact with devices and magic.
Koshik tries to understand. Well, hold on, let me roll and see if my girl does understand, because she's kind of dumb, but she's not as dumb as
You
I
hung out
am.
with Milo. Let's get an Arcana check.
Yeah, well, it's still +0. Can I do
the
it at
DC was
advantage?
the
Otto's
DC is the
explaining it
crafting,
to you. Yeah, you can roll it with advantage.
Oh, okay, good, because the first roll was a 5.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, and the second roll was a B, which is a nat 20.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Very
B?
nice.
Yeah, and D&D Beyond, it's a B, like the letter B.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like a bee, like a bumblebee.
It's a
bee. Dice.
It's a bee. There's a bee in the room with Brittany right now.
Yeah, it's a nat 20. Let's go. I
Hell
understand
yeah.
perfectly. I know exactly what you mean. I don't. Koshik does.
You're tracking every word he said. You have seen every word he has said at least once on a chart in Milo's office, and you have asked him at least once what that word means. So you're able to track the conversation easily.
Okay, let's go. Do I get a +1 to my intelligence now?
While I will not give you +1 to your intelligence, I will give you proficiency in the Arcana skill.
Oh shit.
Oh,
A
okay.
+0 became a +6, like that.
Well, how do I do that on my character sheet?
I'll have to make
Click the
something
dot.
for you.
That's crazy. Thank you. I was just kind of joking. I appreciate that, though.
Well,
I think you should
you
be
can
able to click
customize
the
it,
dot
yeah.
on it, Brittany, on your skill
Huh?
list.
Uh-huh.
It should just grant you proficiency.
If I press the dot? It's not letting me press the dot.
There's a cog. You can fix that. I'll tell you later.
Okay, I'll figure it out. That's okay.
I do see. Yeah, we can. It should be fixed.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So, I guess I'll just close it back up and put it in the bag of holding. Do you want me to tell anybody else about this in case anyone else sees him again before you do? As you said.
Thank you very much.
All right. Do you want me to tell anybody else about it?
He looks a little taken aback, like, I do not believe that any of this should be secret to any of our family.
Okay, perfect.
He does look a little childishly embarrassed when he says that, but he does not ask you to keep it secret.
Okay. Well, I guess just in general in passing conversations that I had with people, I'll remember to mention, hey, also there's something in the bag of holding from Milo if y'all end up seeing him at any point. Yeehaw! In the nether, in the universe out there. There's a little box. You just box for Milo. Think about it, reach in, grab it, give it to him.
You've interacted with Otto and his father enough to know that the embarrassment and hesitation probably comes from he is concerned that his sureness in the rescuing of Milo will come across as childish to others.
I think we're all pretty confident that we'll be able to find him eventually, so pat on his little robot head.
Other than that, no, I'll hop out of the spotlight for a second. DM, I can't remember about the time frame. I had in my notes how long it would take, but I cannot remember how long ago it was that Otto had started doing downtime stuff on the dog's jetpack stuff.
That's a good question. I don't think you've had any more time to invest into it since you've worked on it. You would have had some time. We had 6 hours on the flight or so over from last stop. And I think
There's 2.5 downtime sessions was the total that we had determined, but I cannot remember how much we had to work on it or all that. So I don't have my notes with me right now.
Yeah, I should have wrote it down too. I think it was going to require a day and a half, or essentially. How about this? You've nearly completed it. You need one more day. Today has been very, very busy for you as far as crafting and everything goes. You need one more day to finish it, or one more half day. Sorry, like 6 more hours.
I wasn't pushing for completion, just asking for a progress report, I guess. Yeah. So other than that, you just make sure he has all of his tools and materials he needs, and prepare to leave.
I think. Did you do anything else on the trip over?
Just speaking to Sam, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You were just organizing the workshop. Give me. I tell you what. Give me a DC 30 Arcana check, or a DC 30 Artificer tool check, Tinker tools check. One of the words. Give me a tools check. Hit a DC 30, and we'll say you've completed it in the time frame allotted.
Right. So you said I was using the tools, not Arcana?
Right. And Sam will give you advantage on that.
Oh, shit. Okay. With a flash of genius, that would have been a 32.
You finish them on the way over from last stop, so you have them ready to go.
That being the case, I will steal the spotlight for 1 second. Again, I'm so sorry, folks, as he goes to seek out Artyom and Slick.
You actually see that Slick is currently dragging some metal plates behind him. It goes up. It's just, Mister, hold up. Are you heading real fast to that tree? Sort of drops the barding down right beside you. Artyom says, well, mister, seeing as how I don't have thumbs, I can't really put this on myself. So if you can help me out, that'd be exceptional.
We can get you situated. Okay.
He sits down and does this to help you put the armor on.
All right,
Did we determine what kind of barding? I think my intent was plate.
+2 barding.
Barding becomes in all armor
Oh,
types.
does it? Okay.
Yeah.
I
My
think I
intent,
said
since he has a 15
+5.
strength, was to put him in, or whatever, because he could technically wear full plate.
Which is +3, right?
It'd just be 18 AC.
18 AC. So you made +2, which would make it, he wouldn't get his dex modifier, so he'd have a 20 AC. I think,
Unless either himself or our team instructed otherwise, that was my intent.
yeah, I think that's fine.
I'm just double checking that. Yeah, you can do all the way up to plate.
Gotcha. What's his current AC?
Very funny. It was like 14.
14.
Yeah, it's.
I think the way that I was calculating it, we came out at 21. Because I was considering +5 from that, but I think we'll go with you construct plate for him with a total AC of 21 for Slick, but you help him put it on. And Otto, you come out to see this. You guys are all gathering up around this tree at this point. And while you're putting on his barding, Artyom, Slick goes, Mister, I can tell you're real worried about how fast you were working at the tree, and you're real focused right now. If you want to, we can hug it out.
I appreciate it, Slick. It's just one of those things that needs to get done quickly. There are people dying.
I understand. I'm here to help.
You better hug him.
I'm putting armor on him. I'll give him a squeeze while putting the armor on, of course.
Okay. Cast calm emotions on you.
How long does it last?
You have to be willing. So if our team is not willing in this moment,
You probably wouldn't be.
there you go. Okay. You're strapping on his barding, finish it up. He is now coated in this. Well, I guess actually, let me not rob Brune of something here. Your intention was plate. Is there anything specifically it was being designed to look like or mimic? I know you have a bullet helm. Is there something you wanted Slick's
Oh,
barding to
shit.
look like?
Oh man, he's such a friendly little guy. Man, it's got to be able to look fierce. I'd say basically like it's on there like he's still canine shaped, so it'd be on there like he's over there. Hey, I'm happy I'm everybody's buddy, and then it's fucking like it's like a wolf's helm, it's like make him look like a dire wolf helmet.
Sick. So you finish that. Otto brings his booties over. So you can now add a Slick speed movement speed is 40, correct?
Right.
And add a 40-foot fly speed to Slick as well.
Hell yeah.
Strictly narratively speaking,
Yeah.
as Otto walked up, it would not simply be a pair of boots, as Otto had gotten very
No.
enthusiastic about this project and will instead be setting down a probably rather complex network of attachments and just a Mr. Slick, I do have some improvements for your armor if you have just a moment.
Yes, mister.
Thank
I got
you.
all the time
And
we got right here.
And in short order will find himself with yes, the boots and probably a dozen other smaller propulsion attachments and 2 retracting like fin type things, like stabilizer fins. Out here looking like Gundam Fido.
Hell yeah.
I'm now imagining
should
this
know.
creature that looks very hostile, just being like, "Hey, mister, do you want a hug?"
I forgot that's not something you can edit, Kent, but it should be on there now with that homebrew link I sent you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So Slick is upgraded with his new armor and jet boots. Anything else anybody wants to do before we go away from the Stormbringer and leave Brune here at Sootwedge? Okay. In that case, RTM, you split a tree open. Shining Vanguard goes through. You guys find your way to Crown Home, unless there's anything else you guys want to do in between then and the castle. That is where we're going to pick back up, right there in the king's quarters.
So Pip has never experienced this before. Like this is all like brand new for her. So she coming out of the tree like, holy shit, that was amazing. It's good crap.
Yeah. Welcome to court.
It's colder here.
The tree that we had marked was the one that was like in the royal garden or whatever, right?
I think you had one right outside of
town.
Yeah, of the city proper, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
You guys walk through without issue. The king has sent out a royal order already. Guards are looking out for you as soon as one of them
arrest you.
Yes, you're all handcuffed. As soon as one of them recognizes you, you get an escort to the king's quarters in Crown Home.
You know, Pip, I haven't told Gandalf that you're with us yet, so there's a good chance he might try to momentarily stab you or something like that.
Why would he try to stab me?
I blink. Right. Okay.
Right. All right. I'll stay back. I'll let you fill him in.
Right. Just a fair warning.
Aye.
You guys are led up
Yeah, that's it.
into the castle, escorted to the king's quarters. The room's doors are open for you. Ganowin, you see the Shining Vanguard in front of you, plus Pip, plus a dog that is looking very silver and very technological right now. And I'm trying to think of any other differences at this very moment.
And we all
Crowley
have
looks different, right?
baller ass green shit
Nope.
in our weapons or on our weapons.
Oh yeah,
You're all masked now.
purple.
Yeah, but I've
Yeah.
still got a hood up and everything. So
Um,
I roll
Immediately,
a perception check for that. Sorry, go ahead, Brittany.
I was just gonna say immediately upon getting the opportunity, Kaushik's gonna run up to Gandalf and give him a big ol' hug.
you're
One hit
missing
point.
an arm.
yeah, Brittany should get advantage on that perception check.
No perception check needed. Your friend Gandalf is missing an arm at the shoulder.
Hey.
What happened?
My daughter's a Sorkel, I told you already.
You didn't tell me they took his arm, did you?
I didn't know they took his arm.
Okay, that's what I was asking. What happened?
Major Yuri flips his hat on, stands up and says, Yodelish, gives you a bow. If that is all you'll be needing of me.
I suppose, unless my gestures to Crowley, like,
It's a pleasure
Right.
meeting you all.
It's a pleasure meeting you too, Major.
fuck's sake.
This might be a really stupid question, but you want that back, right? Pointing at the missing arm area, the arm nub.
Later, sure. For now, sit,
Fair.
I guess, or stand. There's not very. I don't think there's enough chairs in here.
This is an anti-magic zone, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, so wouldn't matter anyway. Which means we stepped out into the hall.
For the sending stones. You see, the bathroom isn't an
The
anti-magic
bathroom.
zone.
I have to take a call. It's
Exactly.
Anyway.
Well, you would know, you do recall there was a little hall right that's built into the bedroom, like a secret
Yeah, I just have to
secret
hit
room.
hit the button. Is
Yeah.
Secret tunnel.
I hope all of your ventures were more successful than mine.
We got the line basically. Milo interrupted our planescaping sent us to the
What?
Mornland. Yeah, Milo interrupted us and sent us to the Mornlands. We found the Peep in the elemental plane of air. She's been helping us out. She isn't an asshole anymore, so that's good. She hasn't stabbed us in the back yet. She did cold cock the shit out of a Syrian spy. That
Huh.
here, have a cookie. Give him one of Erish's cookies. It's still warm.
You would get 3 temp HP, but it's a non-magical snack.
Can't
in
magic
this.
zone. It's just good cookie now.
Yeah, it's just a good cookie. You open the paper bag. It's not a cookie. You open the paper bag and it's silver dollar pancakes.
Oh my god.
You bite into it and there's
Fucking
like a thin layer of syrup baked into the pancake.
HP for your heart.
Let me reach into that bag.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh yeah.
go.
Fucking Gandalf has 1 out of 156 HP, so he probably looks like absolute dog shit.
You
Yeah,
look like a building
absolutely.
fell on you.
Yeah, like a few
And
hours
then
ago.
some.
Weird.
Did
And
you,
then
have
some.
has he been cleaned up at all? Like I know he's been.
Yes, very much
Okay.
so. He has been tended to very, like, if you look under the bandages and everything, it is very clear that a lot of spells were used to keep the king alive. You like
Right.
it's just looking over his state right now. Gandalf was very, very close to dying.
Right. Well, we leave for a few days, and this is what happens to
It's
you.
been like 3 weeks.
Well, one thing I do have to let you know. I know you're. Excuse me. That pancake's so good. Do you know the Lord of Blades?
I don't know.
Give me a history
I mean,
check.
not personally. Yeah.
Gandalf's
of.
boogeyman.
Yeah, we used to be in the same bowling league.
I say you can.
Look at cigars last week. Like,
I have not gained anything for history, I don't think. I do have advantage, but I think that's only in regards to like monsters and shit from
I feel like
From
Gandalf would probably
Bloodhunter.
consider Warforged a monster.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
A 12? You don't know much about him. You just know of like very like it's some like scary tale of this big bad warforged out that lives in the Mournlands. But it's like it's a rumor. It's like scary story stuff.
I know of some weird rumors of some warforged in the Mournlands.
Right.
Nothing
Well,
beyond that.
he's got a merry band of a shit ton of Warforged, and they're in a Warforged that has no, or a giant Warforged Colossus that has no legs. Don't worry about what it's called. And
Ganowin
it's
knows
crawling.
very well what a warforged colossus is.
Yeah, that was like
No. I
What?
mean the name of that Warforged Colossus.
Oh, I know.
And we beseeched his help in the final battle. So we aided him in retrieving another Warforged Colossus to fight the Zoriat.
holy shit.
Right. So we got 1.5 on the team, hopefully.
What do you mean hopefully?
Well, he doesn't really like people with skin and bones and blood and stuff, so hopefully he'll show up.
Ah, yes,
mean-
a flesh man.
Hopefully.
He
Otto
likes them with
made
a
it.
lot less blood, actually.
Otto made that impression. I feel like he'll come for Otto, for sure.
Forgive me.
Deception check.
I realize you all have a lot of catching up to do. But there's more important business at hand at the moment.
Yeah. How long has it been since, like, how long did it take them to get here from
Oh, a matter of
Where were they
minutes.
a
So
minute? Okay,
yeah,
so
it was
only
like
a minute.
2 a.m. when you reached out. We're sitting at like 2:30, probably 2:45.
Okay, so we wouldn't have been able to get any additional information about it since then.
I'm going to be very real about that whole situation. That is a building of wreckage, and people were magically teleported away.
Right.
That is going to take days to resolve.
Awesome. Okay. In that case, we are currently at less than step 1.
All
Where
right.
we started.
Who's your second in command if the daughters of Sorakel meant to kill you?
Suppose I guess I think that would have been like the whatever my supporting counselors would have been all together. Well, one of those people who would have benefited from it is dead. He died in the attack. Courtesy of, and I was gonna kind of do this at Crowley, like
Major Yuri.
yeah.
You go to point at Major Yuri, and he's not
No, I
in the
point
room
at
anymore.
Crowley.
Oh,
I just point at Crowley.
No.
I'm not playing around with that nonsense.
In a
it's
breath.
like-
breast.
Who are these daughters?
We doubt there's a Sorakel or some hags that run through him over on the west side of Corvair. They're all trolls and harpies and medusas and goblins and kobolds and
you can give me a history check if you want to there, Pip. to see what you would have already known about the Daughters of Sorkill.
Probably not a lot, because that wasn't very good. 9.
Okay, Sharn is your stomping grounds, and they weren't there, so so you're listening to Artyom, and so the extent of your knowledge is what Artyom's telling you right now.
Regardless of who exactly they are, they attacked the Accords in a big way. It was bad. There's currently no knowing who all made it out and who didn't. I'm gonna look over at Lucas. Currently, the Flamekeeper is missing. She disappeared during the attack.
All right, well, let's find her.
I would love to do that.
Let's talk somewhere, not in this fucking terrible room, then.
Where do you guys want to go?
Archel will just go through the fucking doors. He doesn't give a shit. If he doesn't do it in the hallway, that's fine. But he's gonna start scrying on Keeper of the Flame.
Gotcha.
I have a question real quick. Are we referencing back to the one shot and the things like specifically that were said and like happened in the one shot in this? Because I remember like at the end of the one shot, you mentioned specifically that the Daughters of Sorkill took Autumn, but you didn't say that they were seen taking the Flamekeeper.
Correct.
So okay.
Nobody here knows the name Autumn to begin with, with the exception of Gandalwin. The only one that is saying that the Keeper of the Flame has been taken is Lucas at this very moment.
Gotcha,
and he said he doesn't know if she's dead or if she's gone because she just turned to sand in his arms.
She just disappeared.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did she just disappear or did she just turn to sand? There's a big difference.
She turned to sand in his arms.
Okay.
That's disappearing.
I'm going to give Arcana check.
No, she's still there. She's just sand.
My rolls continue to be very fickle with nat 1s and nat 20s. Lucas just rolled a nat 20 on an Arcana check. I'm going to see if he's actually trained in it really quickly.
He's trained in religion because he's a good
worshiper
of the Silver Flame.
He's not trained in Arcana. But on a nat 20, he says, I know she's not dead. She was taken.
That's
some
right.
magic, I don't know what it was, but some magic took her from my arms as I was running from the room.
She got like Avengers dusted.
That would be dead.
No, they just blipped out of existence and they came back.
DM with a 16 on religion, would Pip know what the Keeper of the Flame was? Would she just have like some surface level knowledge of like that structure and everything? Okay, in that case, she's very accustomed to being in rooms where people who know a lot are talking. She's just gonna like stand back and listen to everything.
With a 16 on religion, you know that the Keeper of the Flame is the figurehead for the Church of the Silver Flame. I'll say also with a 16, you know she is a very young girl. She's like 12 years old, and that causes a lot of strife in Thrain, a lot of political power and political maneuvers in there. But she is incredibly powerful and born into this position called the Keeper of the Flame. And with the 16, you heard that she, because she's in this position, she has like oracular powers.
Okay. In that case, particularly with Pip knowing that she's a young girl, she would be like kicked back, like giving the impression or the posture that she's just relaxed and listening, but she would be very tense and listening very intently.
Tell me everything that you know up until this point as you start using the lantern.
Who was that addressing?
You, Lucas, Yuri, if he's around somewhere dropping eaves.
Yuri has left.
Yeah.
Yuri saw Crowley, said there's no reason for both of us to be here, and peaced out.
All right.
That's what I would have done.
I felt it.
all of what? You mean just of the Day of the Accords themselves? I mean, there had been no Obviously we had uncovered no plots ahead of time.
Okay. You're a king. I'm assuming you got folks sending out feelers to other delegates and leaders, or anyone on site who has found bodies, or some sort of
Correct.
in with the press or something like that, who will be able to give us information on bodies found, etc.
He's been
I've
awake for 30
40
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Lucas say
Well-
this at the exact same time. I was the first to speak with him.
So yes, we are still waiting on further information. From what I have been told, knowing the results is going to be a while.
Artyom's like setting up this stuff, and he just yells out, "Help! The king needs help! Help!" And just waits.
You just call the king needs help?
Yeah.
Well, the 4 guards, since you're out in the hallway, that are around the king's doors, to look at you and look at the king. And
I just go,
assholes.
no.
Go find somebody who has some information to bring back here. The king's been awake for 40 minutes and he doesn't know shit. So go. Find someone who knows, or find out yourself.
in the
Do
middle of
something.
Artyom's,
Just like
they all look at you.
I just hold the hand like, no. We are waiting on that information. It's gonna be a while, from what I have been told so far. It's not happening fast, and it's not like I have full control of the situation. There's a bunch of countries, and all of them are doing their own thing, and either are or are not releasing information as they see fit.
Well, we need to know what information they are releasing, because if you got a bunch of people together and then a bunch of them died, it's going to sound like the new king of Karn just tried to take a swipe at everyone, every leader in the nations.
Considering my current predicament, as well as the fact that at least my royal chancellor perished in the attack. Hopefully the fact that we also suffered quite a few casualties of our own will help alleviate some of that. Not much I can do about it otherwise.
Artyom kind of takes a pause in setting up the ritual, and Artyom knows you're not the smartest person in the world, but he probably gives you the most "are you fucking stupid" look you've ever seen him give you, and it just simply asks, how many people died for these countries in the last 100 years? Do you think killing some council members are above these people's suspicions, or losing an arm for that
Or
fact?
killing myself.
How do they know what is for show and what is real? You could have just sliced
And they
their
all
arm.
had just as much head notice as I did of when it was happening.
The king
Everybody
could
is
have
going
also
to suspect
killed.
each other.
The king could have also killed them while they were here in the castle the days before.
They were
Okay.
in course for a while.
Well, that's information I didn't know. That why they all come here and then you go there, whatever. Okay. Well, it's good that you have at least some sort of situation where you might be above suspicion for trying to assassinate all of them.
I highly doubt anybody is above suspicion. They're going to be, any country that, especially any that actually suffered higher echelon casualties, is going to be looking for someone to blame.
So they came here, they tried to kill everyone, and they dusted away the speaker of the flame.
Potentially.
So did you see anyone else get dusted?
No dust. It's the first I heard of it, of this sand.
Okay. Well, if anybody else wants to to feel gambling in on what's been happening, I have a ritual to start.
I would most appreciate it if someone would provide me with some additional information. Otto did not see the stuff on the screen, and we came straight here. So.
Whoops.
Yeah, nobody explained
like,
exactly what happened.
Standing just kind of very quietly in the back, just looking from speaker to speaker this entire time.
I can't
Gandalf
speak
looks
right now, so
vaguely
somebody
confused.
speak up.
Yeah, of like what is it that you need to know, Otto?
I understand now that there was some large-scale attack resulting in mass casualties and grievous injury to yourself. I was away from the others and was recalled just moments ago.
Oh. Well, in the midst of the Accords, the daughters of Sorakel ripped the stars from the sky and brought the building down on us.
I see. I am glad that you are well. And he will exit the room. Is there like are we in the bedroom area that we were in originally for that
You guys
fight?
are now just out in the middle of the hallway, as Artyom Scry had to step outside of that like 40-foot range of the anti-magic zone to start scrying in the middle of the hall. I assume someone is helping Gandalf stand up at this very moment with his 1 HP.
Yeah,
And
I mean, since we're in the we're out in the magic zone, I'm gonna go ahead and I think hit him with that regenerate, give him his little arm back.
Nope.
No, you don't want your little arm back yet?
If you have spells to spare, I would save them for now.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
Otto will have, after just a moment, walked up to Gandalf, given you a probably uncomfortable hug, and then without much other commentary, if any, left towards whatever the nearest portal was, be it like a door, a walkway, just out of the room.
gotcha. Auto exits.
And did Sam come with us?
Sam would have came with you if you asked him to.
Who the fuck?
Okay, yeah, he would have.
Sam's standing outside of the room when you guys get out. He does not want to go in the anti-magic zone with his Dawson and Norn.
Y'all just made a bunch of new friends, huh? Also, who is this dog?
Well, mister,
And why
my
is it
name's
wearing
Slick.
holy shit.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Could he not talk until we got back out of the anti-magics?
Give Slick a hug.
He's covered in armor. I will pass.
Artyom smacks Gandalf with his staff. Just a little.
Ow. Does that do one hit?
No. He's assassinated the king.
Just
Defend your king.
Half-Life 2 ragdoll.
You do get a couple of looks from the guards, like you jokingly hit Gandalf and hands go to hilts, and the hand goes up.
How would you feel? Jonesy, I might need you to go through my inventory and tell me what I don't have anymore, because I have like 3 greater healing potions, 3 regular healing potions. I don't know what I actually have and don't anymore, because not all of these things belonged to me in the first place. They're just in the bag of holding.
That's where they should be, yes.
So I don't know what people have used and what they haven't, because I'm stupid and don't mark things off when they get used. But if I do have any of these potions, how would you feel about having one, Gandalf? God damn it.
I would hold off on any
It's not a
resource of
spell.
any kind. I don't care. You get those every day. Then these we have a limited supply of. And we're probably going to need them. And quite frankly, there are probably people that are much closer to death than I am right now.
You are at 1 HP.
What does that mean?
You're as close to death as possible.
But I am not. There are probably people actively dying who did not receive the medical care that I did.
We'll have dragged a chair through.
I'm just sitting
Not
here
like a
stressed.
full-on chair, but one a little stool.
Like a stool.
Dragged it out, yeah. One of the like fancy schmancy looking like swoopy stools that like dragged it out and she'll just like clump it next to him and then go back in the room.
Like actively like leaning against the wall this entire time. Thank you.
Artyom, your scrying spell finishes and it immediately somewhat the immediate failing nature reminds you of what you used to attempt to do or what happened when you used to try to scry on your homeland.
So it's not there is no probing about trying to find. It is immediately met with resistance.
When you attempt to scry on the Keeper of the Flame, it immediately fails.
Okay. Well, she's being protected from scrying magic, which I guess is to be expected from powerful magic users. So wherever she's at, I don't feel like she's dead. So there is that. We wouldn't be protecting the corpse.
DM, quick question.
What's up?
In the 40 minutes I've been conscious, have I heard anything of the state of the 12? Since one of them were in attendance of the Accords?
You haven't as of yet, but you could absolutely ask. You have servants and things that have sort of here on your at your behest.
Yeah, I will flag somebody down and be like, hey, please go get a status update on the 12. I know they had one member in attendance, and ask if their member returned or not. And also, I guess, inform them that I will be requesting an audience at their convenience.
Nice. Sort of wide-eyed when you say that you're going to be requesting an audience, and they leave.
All right. Well, who's... Oh, good.
Lucas just says, I did see the member of the 12 threw up some sort of shield. Protected a good portion of people, but...
That's good.
I didn't see him in the aftermath.
Well, even if their one member did not make it, hopefully they'll be willing to assist. They have boundless magical knowledge between them. Perhaps they have some way to break through defenses against scrying.
All right. Who's coming with me to Thronehold tonight?
What?
We have to go there. We are inexplicably tied to your seat as the king, as you are a member of the Shining Vanguard. If we have the power that we have and we don't use it to help people there, it looks bad.
Yeah.
So Kaushik, I assume, anyone else?
Absolutely.
All right.
We haven't slept in quite a while.
Well, people are dying, so it's a little bit more important than sleep.
Not to throw another wrench into this problem, or into this plan as well. Something to consider, though, is we don't want it to look like we're attempting to clean anything up.
That is true.
We'll go there and see who's got the rein on the situation and offer our help to them in the ways that they seem to best want to do things.
I would assume that Karnath still has like representatives present who are, searching for any of our folks that are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, just assisting in general. Like, I would assume all countries present had parties, have individuals there. While I would like to accompany you, I don't think I'm really in any state.
You're missing an arm. You're the king. Sit down. Sleep it off, I guess. All right. Well, go to bed, I guess. Sleep more. Erish is on the way. He'll be back making you better food than these Karns can do.
A little offended.
You should be offended at your own country's poor cuisine. Except for the sausages.
Forrest's hot sausages, yes, famous. Help what you can, do what you can. Update me if as you can, I suppose.
Is there anyone else that might be powerful healers that might have in your retinue, or anyone like that want to come on a mission of aiding? I have a few more people I can bring on the spell. 10 folks.
I mean, someone gets Otto from the next room over. He has a couple spell slots and he is trained in medicine.
Right.
Which you
I
can know
assume
both.
Otto is going to be coming.
I don't know how if she'll particularly want to go or not, but I would be in trouble if I didn't at least offer Anya Kaisel may wish to accompany.
Can you send one of your 10 soldiers over there to send around her or something?
You know that Anya's coming here later.
Yeah,
or like
I believe she should be coming here. Are you trying to leave now?
Better sooner than later.
Go ahead and fetch her now. Fucking want to get it over. Might as well get this over with because I've been putting her off for almost an hour.
Whoops.
well, you know, and it becomes immediately evident that she was in the same building as you when this happened. Anya is wheelchaired to you, Ganowin. She's injured.
Gotcha.
But
She would not want to get.
she rolled well, but is injured from just debris. She still like gives you a bow from her chair and says, Elise, I just wanted to see you and make sure that you were doing all right.
As well as can be expected, really. Anya Kaisel, the Shining Vanguard.
It was
Shining Vanguard, Anya Kaisel.
It's a pleasure, all of you.
You a healer? You want to wheel on over to the Thronehold? We can try to get those legs seen about.
The group that carried our Regency back had quite a few injured on it as well. I believe I'm tapped out for the night. Maybe better to go tomorrow if I'm well enough. I just wanted to make sure that you were doing okay.
Thank you. Well, like I said, keep me as updated as you can. Anything, I suppose, interesting transpires, or if you find anything.
You talking to Anya?
No, this directed it back to Artyom.
Gotcha.
We'll probably won't send you a message. We'll probably be using all of our magic to stop people from dying.
Like I said, as updated as you can.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Make sure you get a good old scent for this. Can you go up buildings whenever you do your fast walking?
I need to be outside.
Yeah, do it outside. All right.
Yeah.
There's a place outside you can get a good sniff of. Give a glance over the Otto. I like to call it King's Fall. It's a nice little spot. Soft dirt.
I think they've repaved it.
Well, fuck.
Anya
I
looks
can
at you and
unpave
said, Anya says, I'd rather not. We spent quite a bit of money getting that district repaved, and it is rather new.
Yeah, well,
it was simply an offer.
This great pooch here, calm emotions. Yeah. He can kind of do a phase walk between the Fae and material realms and go to places real fast as long as he's been there before. So I'm about to turn him into wind, and then we're gonna go to Thronehold, and then he'll be able to get us back when we need to.
Now, Mr. Pappy said I was as quick as wind, but I never been actual wind.
It'll be fun. You'll love it.
I trust you.
We even have a Durgar that was wind, and he liked it okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we made the Durgar, but he's out looking for more Baishik. He's gonna head over to the holds to try and yeah.
You know what? Just we can talk about this later.
Yeah, rest.
Lucas says, I'm going to go with you.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Who is staying behind in Korth, and who is going to Thronehold?
I should probably
Obviously,
go to
I'm
Thronehold.
Going to Thronehold? Kaushik, what'd you say?
Otto,
I said, obviously, I'm going.
Thronehold.
Otto, you
Zuri,
coming?
you can.
Yeah, throw and hold for Otto as well.
So everybody but Gandalin? Is that what I'm getting? Or no?
Everybody's going, I guess. Yeah.
Pip's like, I'm gonna stay
That's a risk-
behind and steal
that's a
things
risk
out of a
this
palace.
exhaustion.
Honestly, like Pip has no healing stuff at all. Like she's got no healing, and she's got a level of exhaustion. So she's like, maybe I'll stay here and sleep. But if everybody's going, she got FOMO bad, so she'll go. Literally everybody else is going, she'll go.
She's got FOMO bad. Oh, that's hilarious.
Very well.
All right.
So we're kicking
Go
Gandalin
Thronehold.
out again.
I can't.
We just got him back. I literally just reintroduced you all, and you split the party again that quickly.
You gave me 1 hit point.
You say I gave you 1 hit point. You're right.
You
I
gave me
did.
1 hit point.
You sit with that 1 hit point.
I want to, DM, I want to subtly turn on my aura for healing while I'm next to Gandalin with
Okay.
the crown.
Is that
If that does
HP or is
anything.
it temp HP?
It's HP per round.
Yeah, it's HP per round while you're under half hit points. So Gandalin.
This man is under half hit points.
Yeah.
I am under half hit
Sure.
point.
So this conversation's probably taken 15 to 20 minutes. So 5 hit points times a
I don't know.
lot.
Half my HP is 70, so you know
So,
it wouldn't
70
take long
HP
get
to you.
there. It wouldn't take me long to hit
Hey,
half.
come with us.
He's still
One-
missing an arm.
It could be a pretty.
Oh, your mic cut out.
I said it could be a pretty good PR move for the king to come back to try and help people, even with 1 fucking arm. It'd make you look like a badass, at least to me. And none of these fuckers could stop you coming with us if you wanted to anyway.
Glares. Just
Are you talking about
glares
my
at you.
guards?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm now sitting at 78 hit points. That's a lot more than 1. Do I even have any resources left, DM, or
No, you used them all, remember?
I used them all, right? Yeah,
You used everything to create that shield.
that's
We
right.
can go out. We can heal up who we can. Pip can watch your back, cut anyone's throat who gets too close. She's got a really sharp dagger. I've seen it.
Immediate look of concern from Lucas. No, let's not just go slitting
Right.
throats, especially of the
Yeah.
people
Well,
that
I
are
mean-
attempting to help.
That.
It's necessary.
Yeah, I am kind of tired of sitting on my ass. So
Yeah, there we go. That's again the one I know. Leave the king behind him. Do what's right.
Oh fuck! I would put, I've been sitting around and basically like my fucking like a night shirt and shorts, effectively, I imagine, or bandages, probably more than anything. Oh, fucking put on some clothes. Sure, I'll go. Why not? If I get a short rest, I can have 2 spell slots.
Just call over to one that
I was
goes,
saying,
hey,
you've had a short rest. You've been knocked out
But-
for a long while.
If you say so.
I'll give you a short rest.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that means I have my blood maledicts back as well. I'm not completely helpless, just mostly helpless.
So we currently have 7 people in the party plus Slick. Are we bringing our Warforged buddies with us?
Well, Warforged buddies. He's an automaton. Not the same.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're bringing our automaton with us.
Samuel shrugs. Norin shrugs. Says, "Otto walked off that way. We're just here."
Yeah, somebody go get him real quick. Where did he go?
We'll go get him.
For context,
Turns around
Ian,
and starts walking down the hall.
Otto went to try and find someone who could show him a replay of what happened on the screen that he missed, is where he had gone.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say just someone in here has a crystal screen on it. You probably find a, give me an investigation check real quick.
And the cores are being broadcast, right?
Not the inside of it, but the outside of the building and everything, and all the like meeting.
Was being broadcast by House Civis, right? Yeah.
Right. Civis was not inside. They were not allowed inside.
28.
With a 28, yeah. You go by like a staff quarters sort of deal, like a break room, where there's like a bunch of odd red stains on the ground, and it looks like a fireball was detonated and maybe a dinosaur was summoned in here. It hasn't been repaired very well. But you're walking by that staff room and you look in and they have a crystal screen on the wall, and there's a member of House Civis and death toll currently unknown of the tragedy today here at the Thronehold Accords. You watch
without.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go.
I was just gonna say he basically would have walked in and probably fairly brusquely asked the House Civis member to play it back from the beginning of the event.
Oh no, you're talking to like Crown Home butlers and servants and stuff. The House Civis is on the crystal screen like a report.
Oh, I thought you were saying there was one operating it. Okay,
no.
Whoever, someone in the room, just kind of a firm request to please play it back, and that's kind of where he would have been, just kind of watching that scene over and over again when
nobody even looks at you when you walk in. They just hear the voice behind them, and they say, it just got started. And it just plays through a loop, essentially, of no information. A now nighttime shot of the Thronehold Accords, where a building is just leveled and on fire. The death toll at this point has reached well over 50, is all they have. They have no confirmed identities, as folks were fairly severely injured. This isn't a modern day and age. We don't have like very easy ways to identify people like we might today. But it is a truly horrifying situation.
Yeah, he probably didn't make it past the doorway very much, just kind of where he would be.
Yeah, and it's just a loop replaying. And you see on the crystal screen, he says, "This is Samcho Heckleforth, and I'll be sure to update you as soon as we know things. This is House Civis bringing you the news." And it replays again.
Yeah, he's still there until someone gets him.
Mm-hmm. A knock on the door, and you see Samuel behind you, who gets shushed when he knocks on the door from the people who's just locked eyes on the screen. Just, Otto, your friends are looking for you. They are going to Thronehold to see if they can help and be of service.
Just kind of still staring at the screen for whatever part of the scene is on right there.
Sam walks in with you. Terrifying.
Very well. And having to like physically tear himself away from watching that, he will turn and head back to the rest of the group.
Gotcha. You start heading back towards the group. Gainwind going to get ready. Anya rolls into the room, sort of half shutting the door behind her. Do you need some assistance?
No, I got it. It's fine.
You've been trying to put that shirt on for 5 minutes now. Let me help.
Yeah, well, I'm getting used to doing this with one hand. All right?
Let me help. She holds the shirt up for you. Helps you. So you're going back?
For at least a little bit.
I'm gonna roll a perception check for Anya. She was
Okay.
in the building. No, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? I'm gonna keep tending to the injured here, of course. But if there's other ways I can be of service, let me know. Or my family.
Do your best to keep yourself well and keep an ear out for anything interesting till I get back.
Okay, well,
It's late, so I imagine most folks I'll need to speak to won't be until tomorrow anyway.
stay safe, my liege. And she
Kind of
leaves.
rolls his eyes.
She rolls out. Samuel and Otto join back to the party here in the hallway of Crownholm. Is the plan from here to have Slick take you to Thronehold?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna windwalk us to Thronehold.
You're gonna windwalk to Thronehold. Okay.
Since he hadn't been there before.
Yeah.
Oh, he can do a survival check to get to places he hasn't been to before.
Doesn't he have to walk there?
He just needs a survival check. He walks there. He Fey walks there.
Okay. I thought it was specifically like a walking movement speed. You can't physically walk to Thronehold, can you?
I mean, if you could walk on water.
Right, but he takes you in sort of like a split sort of being. He can't walk over like large bodies of water or anything because at that point,
Sure.
like
If
Fey
he
and
can take
material
us, I'll
realm.
give it a shot.
You want to give it a shot? Okay.
Sure.
Does anybody
Pam,
have
Pam.
anything from Thronehold?
If we have
To
any
give him an
stores of healing
advantage.
potions or anything extra like that, or any type of aid that they want to send in a bundle with some of us.
I have been keeping track of who has what potions, or I had been. So feel free to. I can't remember when I last updated this, so feel free to tell me if this is no longer accurate. Crowley had 1 superior, Archim had a common, and Kajik had 3 common and 3 greater.
I already used my
Oh.
comment.
Oh, those are mine.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think I marked them down as you having them because they were in the bag of holding.
Right.
Okay.
Wants a pillow. She'll probably try to find like a small pillow, like
You
just in case. You know, you nap where you can, right?
you spotted some plush pillows in the king's quarters.
Oh yeah.
She's just gonna grab like a small kind of like cylindrical one, you know.
Just grab like one of the throw pillows. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's gonna grab it. One without
Yeah.
too much beating on it. She don't want to mark up her face.
We can show Slick the kind of recordings, and then also give him an idea where it's at on the map. If he can,
He
read
needs
that
something to
like-
sniff.
I'm about to say,
Need
yeah,
something
does he
to
need something to sniff that is like of that place, or like I assume the clothes I was wearing when I got
Yeah.
bombed?
You want to
Like,
try to give him
find
the
them.
clothes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like where are my ruined clothes?
Yeah.
Sniff.
He says, "Well, I don't want to lose the scent. Bring him with you. We'll go outside real quick."
I'll tear off like a rag where like that can be easily just carried.
Gotcha. Okay. He's gonna roll at advantage. He's got a DC 15. He's got a +4 to this check.
Hell yeah, he's got it in the bag.
Got it in the bag for sure.
That is an 11 and a 14 for a total of 18.
Let's go.
Slick.
In the bag.
In the bag.
Oh yeah, I got something.
Did we get any other supplies? Were we offered anything? I was just saying, like, if we wanted to grab any other supplies, like medical aid type kind of stuff that we could carry on our person or in the bag of holding, if there are like any stores or something like that that we could just like quickly raid as just like here stuff.
That would that would be something that Gandalf would have to order them to give y'all access to, that is currently being used for the Carnathi that were injured and brought back.
Okay.
If there was any that could be spared, I don't see why if we could take some unless they're like, we need everything we need to keep those alive who are here.
High or low?
Always high, baby.
Yeah. They will give you, let's see, with that roll, they will hand you 6 healer kits.
Okay.
They will give you 10 common healing potions.
Hell yeah.
They'll give you 3 greater healing potions and 2 superior.
Holy shit.
On the King's command. I rolled a 92.
You said 2
yeah.
superior?
Yeah.
So I have that listed as relief supplies.
Hell yeah.
So you guys get those, put them in your bags to help out. Slick. Oh yeah. I got something. It starts jogging pretty quickly. He said, just keep holding it in front of my nose, mister. I got something good, I think. Yep. All right. And he starts almost sprinting at this point. Gandalf.
Yeah.
You.
What the fuck is going on? Like, why are we just following this stuff? Whoa!
You see, you guys are just running through the streets of Karnath. Before you depart, actually, and we'll go on to break right after this. While your friends are, you direct your friends to go ahead and get the healing supplies. You're getting finished dressed, putting your armor and stuff on at this point. One of your personally selected guards comes in. Sergio, he is not a member of royalty. He's actually rather untrustworthy, which is why you trust him. He works at used to work until you hired him on, worked at a bar in like underground Karnath, like a very unsavory place. He has no neck. His traps go immediately into the back of his head. Just this big guy with like two bald head, 2 big silver rings in his ears. Super tight black t-shirt that you can see every muscle going on. It's cutting off circulation in places it shouldn't be. Sergio looks at you and goes, "Malish, before you leave, your equipment. I don't know if you want to be seen." He brings around to you and hands you a what's called a shadow shawl. It is basically something that you can put on over your armor. It is no attunement. When you put the hood up, magical darkness fills the small pocket in front of your face. You can see through this magical darkness. Other people cannot see through it. He also brings around a case you've seen before that he's handed to you, opens it with 2 crowns sitting on 2 different pillows on it. He says, "If you do wish," and he has on one pillow a mind guard crown, which Gandalf would know mechanically. It is attunement. It gives you advantage on charisma, wisdom, and intelligence saving throws. And he also gives you, I'm so sorry, I need to pull this up right before we go on break. Make sure I tell you everything in case you do want to bring anything with you. And with the Mind Guard crowd, you have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, and you have resistance to psychic damage. The other one, and that is sort of like a very simple iron band that was crafted for you in the image of the old crown that Caius used to wear. Very simple, like iron looking band with the solid red ruby in the center, crafted to look exactly like it, crafted to ensure whatever happened, like what happened to Caius didn't happen again. The other one looks a bit more jagged, not quite as just plain ends, but rather spiky, still made of iron, and carries a rune on the inside of it. It is the crown of the Wrathbringer. When you make an attack roll against the creature and hit it while wearing it is also attunement. When you make an attack roll against the creature while wearing the crown, you can spend and roll one of your unspent hit dice, and the creature takes extra psychic damage equal to the number you rolled. You'll look inside, and that rune matches some of the tattoos that you have along your arm. Sorry, I did both arms. That's my bad. That's very insensitive of me. That's my bad. On your arm.
Damn, man, that's fucking rough.
So you can spend one of your unspent hit die. It looks like it's channeling some of that same blood magic to do extra damage on attacks. As well, you can invoke the rune to cast the fear spell, save DC 15 or yours, whatever is higher, and it doesn't, with a duration of 1 minute, and it doesn't require concentration.
Cool. Well, hopefully nothing bad's gonna happen, but it could.
It's also, I mean, he's offering you these not as like you think you're going into combat, but you are going out and you are the king of combat.
I know that was a comment to me. I am going to take both the shawl and the crown of the Wrathbringer.
Okay.
I'm not going to be donning the crown at this quite yet, because I assume I've been told we're going to have to exit the fucking crown home to go. So I would like to at least not be like seen just sprinting through the streets. Like being seen just running around in the streets may be less than wise. So I would like to get to crown home before doffing the shawl and donning a crown.
Gotcha. Absolutely. And it would look rather like Lord of the Rings-esque, but you can put the crown either under or on top of the shawl. Yes. Now that I'm thinking, that'd be very Lord of the Rings if you had it on top. That'd be kind of. Anyways,
that's kind of the bad guy thing, though. That's like, wait a minute,
aren't you?
Hold on.
And then you go to put on your old leathers. Please, go to Leash. We had something made for you. You left out of here quickly, and you had a lot on your plate. And he just lays out +2 studded leather for you.
Nasty.
Does it automatically fit to his left arm?
Got a little flap.
We can pin that.
You see Sergio looks at it and says, you want me to tie it in a knot?
Probably for the best, yeah.
I got you. Ties it in a knot, so you just got kind of like you want me to, I could make it a bow. Make it a little bit. Okay.
Not this fine. Like you can see like his shoulder move as he like would be doing like that's fine, but it's like it's fine.
Very well. You guys walk out. Slick takes you down a path towards Thronehold. After a few moments of that land just sort of passing you by, Ganowin seeing this for the first time, the rest of you feeling that same sort of sensation that you were before. Your shoes get a little bit wet along the way. But it slows down and he stops, and Slick just sits, and you all look up at the hill of a building now reduced to embers, what were surely raging fires earlier, completely destroyed, with people working throughout the night, dragging unmoving and broken bodies from this place. That's where we're going to go on break.
Yeah.
So Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for playing with me. We're going to take a quick bio break. I suggest you do the same. Go take care of yourself. Full disclosure, we are exploring a true tragedy here, so be in the mindset to deal with that. If you're going to stick around with us, I hope you do. If you're not, go and drop a follow. You'll get notified when we go live other times. In the meantime, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. For those of you who don't know, we are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these people around me are your players and heroes, the Shining Vanguard. We're going to continue our campaign. If you missed the first half of this, we introduced a member of the Shining Vanguard that had been out for a little while, tending to his royal duties in his new country of Karnath. And Gandalwin, welcome back, Gandalwin. Our heroes have been
Lost some weight.
informed. He has lost some weight, rough 15 to 20 pounds or so.
That's a beefy arm.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, we'll get into this. How much do you think a severed arm weighs? Let's get a poll going on, mods. Anyways, our heroes were informed of a tragedy that unfolded on the Thronehold Accords, a meeting of nations where our new King Gandalwin was to tell all of the nations of Corvair about an impending attack of Zoriad, in which he did. He was successful in pulling it off. He told every nation on this continent, plus some folks from abroad, as well as others from powerful organizations, that this attack was coming. His word was backed up, illustrations given. And then the sky fell. Nearly literally. A meteor swarm hitting the building that the Thronehold Accords were in. Our screen now pans onto the Shining Vanguard after magically teleporting here via their good dog Slick, who's led them here with his nose. And they look on a rather massive building that is crumbled to stone and debris. Embers still lie around, still hot from the fires that had burnt this place to the ground. When you land, first and foremost, this is an island. You have been placed here not but a couple 100 feet away from the building itself, maybe 300 or 400 feet. When you stop your journey here, Shining Vanguard, and you see the building, you take in the awful nature of what has happened. Are you attempting to stealth from here, or what is your plan as soon as you stop?
0%.
Yeah, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, they let the king talk. We're with him.
Okay.
We'll try to stealth.
Are you going to try to stealth a little bit further away from the party? Okay.
Yeah, she'll just try to be like inconspicuous.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sneaking around with one pillow under her arm.
She's looking for a place to nap.
That is going to be a disadvantage because you have not had your exhaustion cured yet.
Oof.
Inspiration, my last one.
Seriously gonna
that red velvet pillow is really interfering with her ability to be inconspicuous. It was almost good. It was going to be really, really good. It's a 16.
Don't you have reliable
Is that with
talent?
reliable talent?
Oh yeah,
So
even when I'm
10
exhausted.
10 plus your,
Do I
10
have
plus
reliable
your-
talent? Reliable talent when I'm exhausted? Yeah, in that case, it's a dirty 20.
30,
Hey.
Love Peter Rowe.
As you all are, this island is sort of sloped upwards, a hill that is maintained up and towards what used to be a magnificent building. You're walking up this sloped sort of grassy hill, and you are nearly immediately set upon by Deneath guards. House Deneath is actually give me a history check, anybody who would care to.
Yeah.
8.
18.
18. Okay.
18 as well.
19.
18, 19.
14.
14.
Yeah, with a +0. Let's go. Just a 19 on the dice.
Zork, Crowley,
15.
15,
18.
18. Pretty good rolls all the way around, exception of our king here, who has better things to think about right now. Like the severe amount of pain that you are still in. Although new digs. Those that rolled, I'll say my 15s and above about House Deneath. You'll know that House Deneath is one of your dragon marked houses. It is majority give me a second. It is majority a human house, dragon marked house. Their mark is the mark of the Chimera. You'll also know, those that rolled a 15 and above, that House Deneath did not pick a side in the last war, which is why they're chosen to guard this place of Thronehold, which is kind of seen like neutral grounds. They fought on every side of the war. Literally, whoever paid for their services, they got strength and they got powers. So they have no loyalties. Their loyalty is to the coin and to the contract. They have been hired to guard this place. You see that there are, as soon as one sees you, a couple of people get notified. You hear some shouting, and about 20 guards start running up to you. You see these guards have a shield. Most of them in Deneath garb have a shield with the Chimera on the front, very clearly depicting the Deneath house symbol. They have swords drawn and ready to go, and encircle you nearly immediately. What are you doing here? Where did you come from? Who's giving you permission to be here? Speak!
I am Gandalwin Erwynarn, and I arrive with the company of the Shining Vanguard to assist in the recovery operations occurring here in Thronehold.
One sort of looks over at you. I'm gonna give him a perception check because it's dark. He looks at you, gives a whistle and sort of a hand signal, and 3 guards break off and go around to the other side of a tree where Pip is hiding, and say, out from behind there, hands to where we can see them.
She just walk out, pillow tucked under her arm.
Where are the people that are most critically injured or missing the most?
Ignores you, RTM. King
Multiple
Gandalwin,
members of... Yes.
and you're here to help on behalf with the Shining Vanguard on behalf of them.
I
Go get the captain.
and in my capacity as King of Garneth, am bringing the Shining Vanguard to assist with relief efforts.
This place has been closed off from any other assistance other than House Beneath at the moment. We've been
And you have no need of healers.
We've been told to detain anyone who attempts to cross over.
By
No one
who?
knows what happened here.
By who?
Our captain,
We're not
And who
trying
told
to-
him?
above my pay grade.
Why don't we chat?
He said, he looks at you and says, "You'll stay here until the captain comes. Hands to where I can see them. No sudden movements."
Negative. People are dying. And he is gonna just take off.
He's gonna go into the sky.
Okay. Did y'all give me those +4 short swords already, by the way? Like, do I have those?
Well, you only need
I'm-
one at the moment.
I
But you wouldn't let
I
I
anybody
want
give you
2
your
for
arm back.
swagger. Leave me alone.
I assume we would have gotten Gandalf set up with his shiny, sexy weapons.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, he might throw one.
They're drippy.
Although,
It's about the
They're just
fit.
very large throwing knives, actually.
It's about looks, man. Okay, it's the aesthetic. The outfit doesn't balance out right if you only have one. All right, so
Fair enough.
Kind of like arms.
Perhaps.
As he goes to fly off, Artyom, he would have sent you a message that just says, my tolerance for lives being lost to bureaucracy is finite and empty.
Hey, I hear you, brother.
I was gonna look at the guy. I'm kind of looking at him. I was like, yeah, not much I can do about that. I suggest you go get your captain now.
It's too late for that. He's already sent for the captain.
Okay, good. Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, I have 2 spell slots.
3 is 60. Otto, what's your AC right now?
Ah, shit. 1 sec.
8,000.
Very nearly. No. It is currently 26.
26. Okay. So these guys can hit you on only an 18 or above. We are going to... I don't have my notebook. Okay.
Well, this went sideways really quick, everybody.
Hey.
Truly a masterful handling of the situation.
It is what it is. It wouldn't be D&D if we didn't immediately provoke combat or conflict with people as soon as we got to somewhere, right? Like,
Oh, I mean, don't necessarily get into combat on my behalf. I was gonna clarify to Artyom, he would have heard like a distinct amount of like anger and desperation in Otto's voice. That was not a calculated like sound mind kind of decision.
most decisions in
Point
D&D
out
are not.
that this time it wasn't Pip. This time. Like, can we make a note, like on a calendar, that we can refer back to at the point?
Yeah. The emotionally
Just
driven
talking.
impulsiveness was in fact not hers this time.
Guys, I currently can't use my bow, so
Oh,
a bit
Yeah, that's
limited on
true.
that
Yes,
front.
Rough, buddy.
I mean, it's a blood
Try,
bow.
you
You
know.
should be able to like pull it back with your nub, right?
It's not a nub. There's nothing. It's
It is a nub. He has no
There's
nub.
no nub. It was at the shoulder.
He's nubless.
You just gotta
Yeah,
bring
little-
up your foot and then just pull the string and you're good.
Oh,
That's true.
I was still a
I-
monk,
you need-
you know.
You got to walk around in sandals instead of boots, or either have the sandals with the toes, or the boots with the toes.
With the toes. That's a lot of D20s being rolled. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of dice. A lot of dice getting rolled over there. I'm very worried as this goes on. You know, have that as for de-stress.
Boo Milo. Boo
So,
Otto.
what does everybody think they're going to play in the next campaign? Thoughts, comments, concerns? Anybody who's like, I'm playing a full caster now and I kind of want to play a marshal, or vice versa, or no, you just want to play like a different kind of caster or a different kind of marshal? Like, what's the vibe?
The DM.
I'm gonna play.
Are you going to DM the next campaign? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
playing.
gonna DM.
I'm playing a
Yeah.
fighter in another campaign right now. It's going pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Yeah, but like another campaign. Like
I don't know, man.
Like after we all
I have
died
a lot.
today.
I have a lot of
Yeah,
options.
so I've been playing a caster this whole time, so I'm gonna go with a marshal. Call
You do a marshal?
Bard. Yeah.
What do you think like say a valor bard? Hey man, I do very badly wish to play a College of Swords bard eventually. They're so cool.
I'm in so many campaigns right now. You know what?
But there are always more character concepts.
I always decide based on what the rest of the party chooses. So if I'm invited back, it just depends on the party.
All right.
You know what? I want to play a monk.
You want to do a monk?
Right there.
What about like a strong though? Like do like a strength.
Like
monk?
a strong.
Yeah, do a strong
like to
to
be
get a
able-
couple levels of barbarian so you can fucking the rage punches.
If I did that, I'd want to do like a barbarian.
Barbarian bard?
Barbarian, bro.
Okay.
Barbarian. Oh.
Barbarian?
I'm trying to stay away from bard, but it keeps coming back to bard for some reason.
Bards are awesome.
I can't stop saying bard. Bard.
Can't stop addicted to the shindig.
Bard.
I would like to play the healing monk for some reason. I've just forgotten his name.
Oh, Way of Mercy, yeah. Way of Mercy monk is very cool in my opinion.
Thank
They're also good. Like
So if
Yeah.
Matt's not a bard, then I'll be the bard.
Okay,
I got to do
that's fair.
something. Yeah.
Hey,
I
you
think
know,
I
this-
need to work my way through all the different things
Crazy
right
idea,
before I can-
Miss
Hmm.
Stacy. Crazy idea. Next
Hi.
campaign, we're actually friends. No questions asked.
oh.
What? Okay.
So-
Oh, we
Possible.
could start out that way. We could start out as
Oh
like
my god,
like
it just goes
Heckle and
downhill.
Jekyll. Yep. and
I'd
it'll
like
just go
to,
downhill from there.
I'd like to reintroduce Spring Break Barbara into a new campaign. The
No.
like the
Right.
way of the drunken fist monk or whatever, that kind of like based on Rock Lee.
Wait,
Okay,
so we're doing return to the playroom?
Do you have any resistances, Otto?
Not at this moment, but if any attacks would have hit, I also have the shield spell.
Which brings your AC to what?
31.
31.
That's a lot of AC.
DM just like waves away the board. Well, we don't need to worry about this anymore.
Well, with a 31, they can still hit. The thing is they
Don't.
do.
They every one of those is a crit. Every
I,
single
I'm
one.
gonna say this. I'm gonna put this down to a roll. Otto just made a very hasty decision. He
did.
in a very tense situation with folks. I'm gonna say, give me a wisdom saving throw to be of the mind to throw up this shield spell in this instance as you blast off. We'll call it DC 20.
Valid.
Man. I should have taken blood curse of binding. I
Holy
did
shit.
not.
Okay. I only have a +3, but I still made it with a 21. 18 + 3.
With a 21, Otto, a few arrows start flying into the air. You turn around, bringing the shield spell out as they rain down hell onto you. A lot of them immediately slinging their swords. They are no stranger to combat, bringing out longbows and just start loosing arrows into the sky. What would have been 132 points of damage is reduced to only the last two
shit.
being only 2 natural 20s in that group, and is a total of 24 points of damage instead.
Holy fuck.
Well,
If
that's
it will
good.
help, if it would help to reduce the time sink that is rolling initiative and extended combat rounds and stuff, Otto's only action would have been to basically drop a fog cloud spell and then just fly off. He's not going to try and engage them or do anything like that.
Okay, unfortunately, you're not at that juncture. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
shit. Okay. I didn't know if you just wanted to roll another round of
I
attacks.
think these
against
guys are
him
about to
as he gets
square
down.
up with all of us now that
The king? Are they? Oh, okay.
Their house. Yeah, that's what they'll
which
do.
I'm not.
Not a
I
choice.
wouldn't have. Considering we got here so fast, I wouldn't have had time to attune to the crown, right?
No, you haven't had time to do that quite yet.
I do have a +4 short sword, but I'll
right.
take it.
Hey,
We out here.
Well, my initiative roll matches my headspace right now.
Millie rocked.
that's good. That's
1.
good.
Nah, not quite.
I don't know. A number. There is a total in which your initiative falls under.
I get a lot of 20 plus initiatives with that +8 bonus, but not doing that today.
Bows.
How many dudes we got out here?
Yeah, how many of these guys are there?
Currently surrounding you, there are 20.
20. That's how many there
We
are.
take some rounding, so they're in a circle around us.
Yes, they are circled around you currently.
Alrighty. Do you... Jones, I'm assuming you didn't think this would happen, so I'm assuming there's no battle map.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. You know, when Wild was, he went, nah, I figured this would happen. Open up Tails Spark.
I told several
At
of you
this
that
point,
I
you
had
shoulda.
no
Yeah.
idea. But you know what? It is not a really complex battle map, so we gonna build it IRL as we roll these initiatives. I say
Oh,
build it
shit.
IRL. So Otto takes off into the sky, immediately met with aggression, as they have told you to stay into place. Arrows loosed from the sky towards Otto. A couple of them, the shield spell blocking a majority of the arrows that would have hit true. The person that seems to be in charge, at least of this small group, takes a sword, points it at the rest of you, says, "None of you move." And let's get those initiatives 25 to 20, please.
31 Crowley.
23.
27.
God damn.
It's another
did you use
situation
it?
where I rolled pretty good and I thought I'd be high in the initiative, but I'm just not.
I'm gonna separate these guys into groups of 10. The first initiative is
It lasts for 8 hours.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Good spell.
What lasts for 8 hours?
Gift of Alacrity.
The first level spell that lets you add a d8 to initiative.
And I rolled an 8.
That'll do it.
Nice.
21. Okay, so Crowley at 31, RTM at 27.
And Gandalf at 23.
Gandalf at 23. Is that all in my 25 to 20s?
21 for Zer.
You know, I actually made a joke about asking the DM for something, and then was like, "It's not like we're gonna get here and immediately go into combat." But you know,
And here
I
we
had,
are.
I had to fucking say something.
Oops.
Azur, your dex is
Wait,
plus
no.
5, right?
My apologies.
You know,
Azur,
Peck
you're-
just wanted a
Azur, your
map.
dex is plus 5, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Right. Very well. 20 to 15.
17.
16.
Pip, what's your AC? I'm still not your AC, your
Seven.
dex.
Oh my gosh.
God damn, I was like, shit, man.
My dex.
Yeah.
My dex is 19.
Okay. And Kaushik, you rolled a 19, correct? Or an 18?
17.
17. Okay, Pip rolled a 16.
Oh boy.
Okay. Uh, 15 to 10.
14.
14 for Otto. Am I missing anyone else? That's everybody?
I think that's the party. That's the
Okay.
Party.
All right.
It's a party.
Otto,
Oh wait, yeah. What about Lucas?
Lucas will roll initiative as well. Here, I will have to do that. Oh, Lord.
And the dog.
He goes on RTM's turn. I would like you, Otto, to please roll me initiative for Samuel. He gets a +0 to this roll.
I believe he just had to step away.
Okay.
It would appear for a very short period of time. I'll roll them.
He's here. He's here.
I got it.
Is he here? Okay.
This isn't Samuel's fight. Let him go.
16. Somehow
You rolled one better than
Higher-
him. I rolled a 15.
higher than Otto.
He didn't just get shot at a bunch, so.
Okay. Alrighty. Sorry there, stream. Hang on just a moment for us. Shouldn't take me too
This was-
long to get this done.
Unexpected.
A little unexpected.
Just a smidge.
This is what happens when tensions are high, though. It happens like this.
It do be like that. You don't think it do, but it does.
It is in the dead of night. Okay. Oh, I almost put Brune on the board. Whoopsie daisy.
Woo! Let me play two characters. I got it.
Do that. Do that.
I'm back already.
Hello. Oh, yes, I have returned. I already have crafted all of the magic coated weapons that we will possibly need.
You fucking wish.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Azure. Almost put Milo on the board. Auto. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and summon you guys really quickly. What time are we at? Okay.
Time enough.
Are we launching the game?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Game launch.
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
boy.
4, 5, 6. I'm missing someone.
Man, I didn't think I'd be having to get into combat with one arm in this game, but here we are.
Damn, maybe if you would have let me grow it back. I don't know.
I think you're going to want that 6 level spell slot.
I think I'm gonna want you to shut the hell up.
Damn.
Why are you being so mean?
Cause you wouldn't
You
let me
make
do what
me
I
cry.
wanted. You wouldn't
don't
let me
think
do
you
what I
have medium.
wanted. And it would have helped.
They could save people's lives.
Who am I missing?
Yeah, yours.
Can
Are
you
you
pull
missing
again?
me?
I didn't get pulled to the area.
You didn't get.
I didn't either. Oh, wait. There I am.
We're missing Azure, I think.
That I clicked on Azure. That's why I can't find who I. Okay, there we go.
Is it me? I'm just logging on to Tailspire now.
No. I'm talking about
Okay.
the. Oh, wait a
Okay.
minute. I'm talking about the. Can I make y'all stop flying all at the same
Guys,
time?
I'm flying.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, I am grounded again.
Okay. We're gonna put you guys over here, close to the center of the board. Wonderful. Auto is 40 feet up.
Otto's being a menace just like his daddy.
We go here. And we get some.
Otto is not half the menace that Milo has been. Come on.
Yeah, he didn't kill a butler.
Looks up to Otto flying in the air.
Yes.
You're just like your father!
You hear the
I
sounds
think
of crying
Otto
as he
would be
flies
like,
off.
yeah, I want to be like my dad. Like,
3,
Otto loves his daddy.
Which one is
Daddy.
Gandalf?
The one with the
The
jacket.
king.
This one right here, spinning.
Spinning. Okay, because Pip was
Spinning with 2 arms. I understand why you were confused.
I do still have 2 arms. I'm also using the kukri in this model and am not wearing armor.
18, 18.
That's a lot of fucking dudes.
These
Which
are all
one's-
facts.
Okay.
Okay, that guy's in charge. So I would have been like here-ish, right? Because I was talking to him.
So yeah, Pip would have been back behind.
And then we switch to the battle map so our wonderful viewers can see it if they
Oh,
would like
jeez,
to.
Louise.
And then I spend even more time fixing the cameras because, of course, they're messed up.
Guys, are we just destined to come into conflict with people if they're a member of a house? Like
No, just
House-
anyone in a position of authority.
House Orion, like the Tarkanans were kind of like an unofficial house. House Civis kinda. House Lyrandar kinda.
I think we're pretty cool with House Lyrandar.
Now, but for a while we were, flying an airship illegally.
I'm doing
Also,
pretty well.
you very explicitly dislike Nilbo. It's very minor.
No,
Tom.
no,
Me
I know
and
you've been here
Nilbo
again.
are like
They're friends. They're
best
tight
friends.
now. Yeah. I
We're
know you haven't been
super-
here in a while.
Now it's House Denis. House Kundaric doesn't like us all that much. It's fucking every
Okay.
single time.
Can I get someone to roll me a d6, please?
Surely.
Man.
4
5.
or 5 heads just turned.
Gotcha.
Wait,
Okay.
I'll roll one too. I'm just kidding.
All right. So arrows loosed into the sky. Gandolin's camera keeps messing up. At auto, this gentleman here points a sword at the rest of you and says, "King or not, do not move. You halt!" And that's where we're gonna pick up initiative. Crowley, you're first.
Crowley's gonna, his hands are probably already up. He's gonna raise his hand. Halt! That's not our intention. He just got a little flustered, is all. We're here to help. We don't mean any harm. We're not gonna do anything.
You turned southern.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Good old boy.
But it's your campaign. I've been watching that a lot.
Yeah. Simmer down now.
Whispers in the distance.
Simmer down. Halt. It's not
Simmer
our-
down. Simmer down.
It makes them feel more relaxed when you're Southern. Listen.
My thing still says waiting on GM. Are you not gonna let me in? Oh, here I go.
Look at that dog. It's a good boy right there.
Look at that dog.
Yeah, we'll put it. I bet look, we got a dog. He's a good boy. Leave us alone.
He does look scary right now, though.
Okay. You are attempting to calm the situation here,
Yeah,
Crowley.
listen. Trust me. That was it. Big trust me energy.
Okay, give me a persuasion check at disadvantage for me, please.
Source, trust me.
All right, so I rolled a 13 and a 14, so 30.
Okay. With a 30, he says, he's looking at you, looks back at the king, looks at you again. Tell your friend to land. None of the rest of you move, and we can end this peacefully.
Since it's still my turn, I'd like to message Otto and say, Otto, they're not trusting us. There's still plenty of them around here. The more distraction you give, the less they can attend the people getting healed right now. I need you to get back down. More lives are being put in jeopardy with them focused on us. Otto pulls a chip.
Does
Not
Otto
my
say
turn.
anything in response?
You use the
Alright,
message
muted.
spell?
Or, whatever, the telepathy. Do we have telepathy?
We didn't know.
Oh, then I'll
Bond's
send.
not up.
Yeah, sending then.
God damn.
Is a spell, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, it's my turn. I
Picture
can free
going.
call. Yeah, I was like, hey.
When these people are saying, be still.
Okay, before we go to the next initiative here, you've landed a 30, which is a near impossible roll. Otto, do you respond to Crowley or do anything else?
So he does get a telepathic response. I don't know what the ability he was using to contact was.
Yes.
Yes, you used message. Actually, I think for message, a creature has to use its action to respond. Am I right? Is that the cantrip? Someone look up the
That's
spell
good.
for me.
Double
real-
check it.
Yeah, someone look up the spell for me real quick.
Message.
Because I will.
Howdy.
I believe in
Um,
my lungs.
Message does not require the recipient to spend an action.
Not
just the
message,
caster.
sending. Sending.
Oh,
not
the
message.
DM had said message. 1 second.
Yeah. We had to clarify. We were getting
Sending
we were
my-
getting mixed up in verbiage.
Casting time.
No, immediately it says.
Okay, cool. So you have an option to send something back right now, Otto, if you wish.
Crowley, would you roll me a persuasion check, please?
Well, I'm not one for words, but I'll happily roll you something, man. Just to be as.
It makes you feel better.
It makes you feel better.
You can't roll like below a 25, right?
I don't. His
35.
actual bonus is 35. All right.
That's just Otto's response. All right.
You make a compelling argument.
There would have been a momentary hesitation in the response. But he will say, "They have but a few moments, otherwise they shall be considered enemies."
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
There are people dying.
Right.
Any Crowley's turn.
They
Now
are
that's going to bring us to Artyom, and then Gandalf when you're on deck. Artyom, what are you doing?
Artyom not doing any of that, and to clearly show that he's trying to cooperate, will yell up to Otto, "Hey, we're going to have to fight these guys if you don't cooperate, so please come back. It's less healing for people who needed it, and I don't want to fight innocent fellas just following orders." That's my turn.
Okay. Gandalf.
Yeah, the fucking people have addressed Otto. I hope he's gonna come down. Now that a couple people have talked to him. I'm gonna address the House Beneath guy who's in charge, apparently. Clearly, it is our priority to get to and help the people in danger. Perhaps to speed this up to everybody's satisfaction. You and however many of your compatriots can escort myself to your captain, and we will talk. And my companions will stay here, rather than having to wait for him.
Give me a persuasion check. I'm going to say because Matt rolled a 30 on his last one at disadvantage, you can roll this one straight.
Oh boy. Seven.
One second. Oh, well, never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
He looks at you and he says, "Whether or not you're the king, we haven't verified that yet. You look the part. But your friend right now, we can't allow him just to fly in there. There's a lot of scared people around here. Bring him down, and then we can talk." So, would you say I interrupted you? I'm sorry.
I just. Sooner is better, Otto. Just call up.
Gotcha.
Waiting on my initiative turn, he said. No, I'm joking.
That is going to bring us to Azur.
Yeah, you should probably get back down here, Otto.
He points at the initiative track.
The what?
Something you never noticed before. There's actually your name on it. It's like a big line.
Just floating in the sky.
Guys, I cannot move my feet. It is attached to this plastic disc.
Oh shit.
Are you holding an action to do anything else?
Nah.
Okay. That brings us to.
Who's gonna pet Mazarth?
10 of that's
put
my bad
Mazarth
on not having him on the screen originally. 1 2 3 4 5 6 damn it, I knew it was going to choose Mathers, so that's 6 people. They do move closer to you within melee. They move together in sort of a phalanx situation. Going to give themselves a little bit of a buff to AC by doing so, and staying within 5 feet of their companions. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All get fairly. I'm gonna say this guy actually goes for the big fuck off dragon, with his friend here.
Please be careful. He doesn't like confined spaces.
These guys are not saying a word. They have brought their faceplates down. They put their shields side by side of one another. They are stepping in rank and file sort of deal. And you just hear like low grunts as they make each step, keeping time of their step, and their long swords just over the top of their shields. Trained fighters, for sure. That is going to be their turn. They are going to hold an action. You see that they are ready for anybody to move in a hostile manner. That is going to bring us to Kaushik's turn, and then Pip, you're on deck.
I'm going to, without any sudden hostile movement or anything, because I'm not trying to get stabbed, I'm just going to address the group that moved closer. As well as the guy that's in charge. I'm not sure if he's one of the ones that moved closer, but I'm going to address them.
He's right here.
I'll address them, and then I'll turn to him. So I'll address them first, and I'll say, he'll come down, I'm sure, but we're just here to help. And then I'm going to turn to the other guy, slowly, with my hands up. And when more people die because we're not able to help them quickly, their blood will be on your hands. And that'll be the end of my turn. No held actions or anything.
All right. Pip, that's going to bring us to you.
She's gonna call up to Otto. Otto, my lad. I understand. I do. But right now you need to come down. And I can talk later. And I don't know why I'm using Kaushik's accent right now, but there you go. That's what she did. She has such good influence.
You're a changeling. When someone speaks beside you, it's sort of your nature to almost assume it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm reflecting those around me, right? But yeah, and so she will do that, and persuasion. Do I need to roll persuasion, Otto?
I think Otto's complying and she has to wait till his turn.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Crowley.
Okay, yeah.
He's just
So, but of course she doesn't know that because she doesn't know that. So she just called that out, and but she is going to hold an action to pull out her dagger, to pull out her Dragon's Wrath dagger.
Okay,
So
are you
if
trying to do this stealthily to where no one can see it?
She's gonna hold that action, so she'll probably kind of move her hands to get them a little bit closer under guise of positioning the pillow, but she's not gonna grab it yet. She's just gonna be ready.
You go towards your dagger, and you see swords angled at you immediately, and they get ready to thrust. They are on top of you at the moment. But you ready in action to bring the dagger out if what's the triggering action here?
The triggering action is going to be if any one of those soldiers actually attacks anybody.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. Ending Pip's turn. That does bring us to the second group here, who is going to do the same thing and surround as much as they can. Actually, these are just going to step around in front here.
And I'm sorry, DM, can Pip say something to the soldiers before we move on?
Absolutely, please do.
So as they do that, she's gonna be like, "What? Is that just a big sword? Are you happy to see me?" Just being flip and.
I laugh. Yeah, I find it funny. These guys do not. They're trained professionals, unlike myself. These guys are going to the line in between there, and they're all holding actions. That is their turn. Samuel, who I've not placed on the map, is in here with you. Let's see where Samuel falls on the spectrum of what's happening right now. Samuel looks up at you, Otto, and looks around at all the weapons and sort of just starts like attempting to step back. His back hits Mazarth. He can't push back anymore. Sort of looking around this, he's not an automaton made for battle or war. And he says, I understand the urge to want to help and it being frustrated when you're held back by societal standards and formalities. But patience could end up saving more here than aggression. Spear and shield. And shield. And that's Samuel's turn.
I actually would like it if you would roll a persuasion check as well for Samuel.
For Samuel? Yeah.
Yeah, with that last statement.
Samuel does not have proficiency in persuasion. That will be a 16.
Got it.
That is his turn. Samuel, that brings us to the bottom of initiative to Otto's turn. What is Otto doing?
I'm actually checking something real quick because Samuel's commentary may have changed my course of action.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
We could take him. I'm only at half hit points.
No. Just moments before. He doesn't have a face per se with all of the capability of expression that humans have, but y'all have seen him enough to know he was fucking livid. But something in the sentence that Samuel said to him seems to take something of the wind out of his sails, at least to a degree. And he will descend. As he does so, he will say, down directed at the captain, sort of, but also just at all of these armed men in general. Every moment that you delay us is costing lives. As you hold us back, you are showing yourselves to be more closely allied with Zoriat than with this plane. That is what it means to hold us back.
What else do you do with your turn?
Other than descending, he's not going to do anything, although he will be holding an action to manifest his Eldritch Cannon if they make any attempt to detain or attack.
Okay. Go ahead and put yourself where you would like to be on or near the ground. As you are descending to this area, the captain calls out this sort of phalanx of soldiers.
Sorry, quick interjection.
Yeah, go for it.
He is going to land outside of that immediate circle. I'm going to guess that provokes some kind of like encircling or something.
No, because that was not the held action that these guys had. These guys have actions to put swords into your friends at the moment. But you say this, and the guy who is in charge of this this entourage of soldiers here at the moment looks at you and says, I don't know what a Zoriat is. I don't know who you are. I'm simply here doing a job. That is what I'm going to do. You'll wait here until your identification is verified. And if you are here to help, we can use it. Until
Clearly
then,
not that badly.
it would be naive to let anyone in here. After what happened here today,
After what happened here today is why you would be naive to stop any assistance. or even slow it down.
Assistance needs to be verified. People were betrayed here today. I don't know who you are.
The betrayal has already occurred.
And
What
they may
more
return Otto. Can it for now.
He cans it for now.
Otto says another betrayal.
No.
I'm gonna
Uncle
bring us,
Gandalin, E2.
I'm gonna bring us back to our main screen because the cameras are bugging me on that other one. For now, I'm keeping Telesfire open just in case how anything else pans out. Is there anything else anybody would like to do in about 30 seconds worth of time?
Negatory.
I'm sorry, about 24 seconds worth of time at this juncture.
About 4 rounds.
Correct.
Double negatory.
Would like to draw my dagger and start stabbing. I'm just kidding. I don't have a dagger.
Oh
anymore.
shit.
Oh boy.
I have a bunch of attack rolls to roll if you do that.
Don't you dare.
Hit her, not us. She's the traitor. It's her.
I do want to ask this guy while we're still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been since this order has come in place? The knowledge of Denise locking down the entirety of Thronehold had not reached Korth yet when we departed.
1 second. You're gonna have to forgive me. I didn't hear I was trying to change music and I got a very loud blare of trombone
Gotcha.
or some shit in my ear. What was the first part of that question?
I was just asking him how long this order had been in place, because it had not, like, word of it had not reached Korth yet. So it couldn't have been that long.
You see all of his soldiers still trained on you. As soon as we figured out it was some sort of attack, soon after, right before nightfall, nobody knew what happened.
Right.
Sort of nods his head up towards your crown. Do you have any other means of identification?
Such as?
This is way above my pay grade, man.
Yeah.
Anything. Okay. Figured I'd ask.
Probably easiest just to speak to your boss.
There's nothing else. 24 seconds. A short 24 seconds later, Captain shows. With about 20 more Denith soldiers at this point. Seeing what's going on. Looking at what's going on. Gets a quick brief from whoever's in charge. This gentleman is in full plate with a House Chimera logo, a House Denith Chimera logo on the front of the breastplate. You'll also see that over like both eyes and surrounding up on both cheeks, a dragon mark of House Denith. Looks at the rest of you. Looks at you, Gandalin. So I'm gonna give him advantage. Weapons down, everyone. Sheathe your weapons immediately. Step back, pushes through, sort of has like a red cloak draped across one shoulder, pushes his back. You see a great sword at his side. The new king. I don't believe we've had the pleasure yet. Sticks out a hand to you.
Look
Is
at
it
him.
the right hand?
Fucking better be.
Yeah, it's his
that's
right hand.
That's all I got.
You know what? We don't know if he low on the d20. He's left-handed. It's a 9. He sticks out a left hand for you.
I just kind of look at it, and I just look down at my shoulder and go, I would shake, but...
Okay, you sort of like...
I just kind of just kind of raise my shoulder up a little bit to indicate the missing.
He brings it back in the only awkward way that you can. I had heard you were injured. I wasn't part of the team that extracted you.
I have no idea who all was, so just kind of shrug again. Look, if I had been aware that this had been put in place, I would have done what I could to send word of our coming to avoid this confusion.
Right.
But as it stands, I just kind of glance behind me. I have several talented spellcasters, most of them versed in healing magics, and some who may be able to get us answers from the dead. So, I say answers, information that we do not possess.
Sort of looks around, shakes his head and says, "You'll have to forgive me for not offering any apologies. You have to realize let me bring up Skype. You have to realize the level of paranoia that everyone is at right now, and how much weight is falling on House Beneath itself to figure things out.
Tensions are high, as I'm sure your man explained. But
Do not worry. It is not us that they must apologize to, but the lives
Although-
being lost in this moment.
Otto,
He's
If
not
we
wrong.
could. approach and do what we came to do.
He looks at you and says, I'm not going to give him advantage on this one, but I am going to give him a check. I can't say I recognize the individuals, but I've heard of you. Shining Vanguard. This is your group.
And also, if you could do me the honor of telling me who has employed House Beneath to so strictly lock down Thornhold.
We can walk and talk. The rest of you, any of you with healers, they can escort you up if you're quicker, so be it. My men at the gate already know. Or they will here shortly. Brings out a sending stone. Messages ahead of you guys.
Wait, the captain brings out a sending stone?
Yep.
Okay. So I say
He does not have a
other
sending
guy.
stone. He has a speaking stone, which is a bit different. You guys would know these things as they are. They're shorter distance. They're not anywhere on the plane, but they can be used pretty much. They're fucking walkie-talkies.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
So he brings one out, messages ahead. Healers, feel free, go for it. King Ganduin, if you have some time.
Yep.
Walk with me. I'll tell you what I know so far.
Fantastic.
What were you saying, Kent?
I will grab Kaushik and shapeshift into a Quetz, and we'll fucking yeet off into them ruins to find some motherfuckers. But while doing so, send Pip a mental message. Don't let them out of your sight. He's still pretty fucked up, and he doesn't have 2 arms.
Who has 2 thumbs?
Pip respond?
Aw.
Can Pip
Yeah,
respond?
you can.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm on it. And before she turns around, she'll look at the guard that was like right in front of her. He's got kind of like a broken nose, whatever, kind of rugged, and she'll like wink at him and like kiss at him and like, find me later. She'll turn around and like be right behind Ganduin, but like it looks like she's not really.
Give me a charisma check.
Pillow under one arm.
Pillow under one arm.
Okay, that was 17
Just go
on
around.
the dice.
Someone asks, "Why do you have a pillow?" It's like when I put you to sleep, so you'll sleep soundly.
Charisma, charisma. So it was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're
He
sticking with
immediately
Ganduin right
fell in
now.
love.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but like kind of like making it look like she's like casual, but
Yeah.
in
just-
reality, she's like on him.
Gotcha. Awesome. So, RTM and Koshik zoom out towards the collapsed building. Gainwin walking alongside Sigurd Deneath. What is everybody else doing? Pip staying right on Gainwin's heels.
I was gonna ask, how far away from the ruins are we at this moment?
About 500, 600 feet or so.
Yeah, Otto took off.
Right behind RTM and Koshik. Crowley and Azor, what are y'all doing?
I'll go with Gandalf.
I'm gonna walk with those. Absolutely. Azor, what are you doing?
Seeing that, he'd probably take off for the ruins as well.
The ruins as well.
Flying
Okay.
in on Mazurth, trying to find people he can heal with whatever spell slots he has.
Got you. Can I get? Okay, we're gonna start with our healing. I'm gonna say healing. Our 4 that are going towards the ruin building right now. I need what your priorities are. If your priority is strictly, I'm trying to find people and I'm trying to heal them, give me investigation checks. Or give me investigation or perception. I'll let you choose between those two. And then we'll go from there.
19.
And if you have other priorities other than strictly finding and helping wounded people at this point, then I need to know.
Yeah.
That's my priority, is finding and helping the most wounded.
Got it.
Otto specifically was going to be using, for one, his subautomaton, and Force Blade, the teleport thing on his dragonfly. Basically, he wants to be the, like, extracting people out from, like, trapped behind rubble, cracking open the
I'm gonna go ahead and
that
let you
kind of
know
thing,
right now, that's exactly what everybody is doing right now. It seems like extraction teams, anybody easily accessible, already removed from the building. You guys are, for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know, depending on your roles, you may bump up the percentage chance that you guys find people. That percentage chance is starting at 1. Full disclosure.
If there's anyone out there looking, I'll ask them for the area that has the deepest rubble to see if we can to know where to start for that, and then
Okay. And go ahead.
And then from there use if I can find the spell, transmute rot to try and get down into those areas so that it'll be easier to get to those people.
Absolutely. That you can, so that you're expending those resources, and you give me investigation or perception checks, and go ahead and let me know what those are.
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Hell yeah.
For
a total
of 31.
31 on a natural 20.
Got it.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Who else?
So I'm still gonna be, I guess that investigation roll was a 26.
Okay.
The resources being expended are a list. Do you just want me to drop them into the chat?
Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. Drop it in
All
Skype
right.
chat, please.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Sometimes we get a lot of chats going on. Okay, sick. Azur and Koshik, what are your rolls?
Oh, a 19.
19 on perception.
Yeah.
All right, and are you expending any sort of resources to sort of help you with the search itself?
Let me see, actually. I don't think so. But I could let me look for a second. Sorry, go to it.
Okay. Yeah, you keep looking at that. Azur, what are you doing?
Perception check for 28, and then with that, if I hear or and find anything like if I hear some people maybe knocking behind rubble, we'll use my mingle with the wind feature to levitate.
To try to levitate. Okay. That is a resource you can absolutely use. That's gonna have to be in conjunction. I'm like, just scale wise, so you guys know, there have been people with very base magics, like level 1, maybe level 2 spells, attempting to move rubble over here at the moment. Like, magic is widespread in Eberron, but it is all low level sort of magic. So
Right.
you guys are an exception to this world by far.
Yeah.
So you have people out there with like levitate spells and stuff attempting to move stuff. These like fallen chunks of building, the chunk of building that fell on Gainwin's arm, to which he rolled a dex save to see if it was just at the forearm or at the shoulder. These are like tons and tons of rock. Just to sort of put it into perspective, but it can absolutely help you and aid you in with this. Go ahead.
Slick got a survival check at 22 to try to sniff people out as well.
He would have advantage on those.
I rolled with advantage.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
It doesn't really seem like I have anything to physically aid in the search, like
Okay.
moving stuff around or anything like that. But if it's possible, just like in conjunction, like whatever Azure is doing, if as we're going through like and finding people and stuff, if there's anybody that would benefit from the spare the dying cantrip, just until we can get back to you type of situation, because we're trying to help as many people as possible.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast spare the dying on anybody who would benefit.
Just to sort of set the scene for you guys as you all fly into or fly over this area. It's crawling with members of House Deneath at the moment. They have like a medical triage station right outside of the building, and you see it's mostly like forms under blankets, essentially. You do see some that are maybe pulled off to the side that are still there and living. So that would probably be the first place Kaushik would want to go to. You go there, and there are people. You see House Deneath like battle medics that are actively using med kits, and you see this one's out too, just chunking a fucking empty med kit away. I need another one. Get a fucking another med kit over here. And it's just panic at this very moment. Around here, you come around, start casting spare the dying cantrips, trying to help them out where you can. Great, someone with some fucking thank you. Who the fuck are you? Doesn't matter. And gets right back to doing what they're doing. The rest of you flying further in, actually like looking to move physical things and try to help out. You see there are more physically labored House Beneath members who have gotten ropes and other like straps and whatnot around large chunks and several tons of building, and you see some of them like using a pulley leverage system, attempting to pull stuff up and pulling people out from debris if they're hard to get to. You see House Beneath members crawling out from under debris themselves that have been like tunneling in to try to save people as well. Just not by any means of magic, but simply by just crawling into a destroyed building. You all, and that's sort of what you fly into. Let's start out with, so Kaushik, with your 19 perception check, you're sitting there and you're hitting folks with a Spear of the Dying for right now, just to stabilize these people out here in the triage section. I'll say, and this is where I have two different documents for this camp, because we had one shot.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I'm talking to myself mostly.
Okay, I was gonna say, I do want to say that once the digging deeper is done and more bodies are being pulled from the rubble, if there's more people that are like critically injured, I want to go help them as well, like actually heal them and stuff.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna say a 19 is very, very easily to do that, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Kaushik could spend every spell slot she had here on individual folks, this was not a small meeting by any sense of the word. Are you, how do I word this? Are you being selective in any way on who you decide to spend your healing on, or are you doing it on like a first come first serve basis?
Huh. That's a good question. I don't. I think. I think when it comes to actual healing, like I know that you said like this is a huge like disaster and there's lots of people that are like dying. But if there are people that are less injured, I would put them back a bit. Like I would help the people who are actually dying right now currently first.
Gotcha. So giving just a general look over and helping out those that are
like you
closest
do
to
when
death.
you're in triage.
Right. Yeah. Closest to death first. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure. Okay. That's Kaushik. Milo with an investigation. Remind me what you're doing really quickly.
He was using his summon construct and vortex warps with his dragonfly to try and get to the people that are too difficult to get to. Like I'm imagining, like you said, they've already gotten all of the easy to get out people. So he's using every tool at his disposal to get to the people they can't.
Gotcha. That is the objective of your entire team in here right now. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, easy to get people are done. House Beneath folks are climbing under rocks and like going down. They're also using like pulley and leverage system to lift up large rocks. So if you were using are you using Jesus? If words would work for me, that'd be so great. You're using vortex warp to like as soon as you see somebody to pull them out from that, like as they lift up a rock, or
like one of those things like, oh, there's no safe way to move them because of the way the rubble's set. We can't get to them. It would end up like killing them instantly or something. Like getting them immediately to them to where they can be treated.
Gotcha.
And then I guess because it does force damage, I guess using the cannon and then the sword to like, you said they're already working on it, but I figure he has tools at his disposal to maybe get through those big chunks that maybe they didn't already have.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. So, cool. And then Azur, you are using levitate to help some of these folks out, sort of leverage pulley systems as well. And then Artyom. So with these.
Oh wait, let me see if I'm still attuned to my gloves right now. I don't think I am. Am I attuned to my gloves? Because I can. Oh no, I'm not. Okay.
16.
Why am I not attuned to my gloves? I'm stupid.
Also, DM, I would throw up a another spell to have concentration on while all this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a conjure animals for 16 giant badgers that have burrow speeds to try and get in. They can get in to try and get people out.
That's really clever.
Let's go.
What are your instructions for the badgers?
For them to, if they hear anything, if they sense anything, if they smell anything that's a living or alive, to carefully get down to that individual and bring them back out.
Okay. You are very well versed in what animals are capable of. Careful burrowing in a collapsed building is something that is going to be beyond their mental capacity. So
Okay.
they could absolutely use their burrowing ability. They could use their strength to help other people. But Artyom would clearly know that
Okay.
it has potential to have consequences.
Gotcha.
I mean, badgers wouldn't burrow in a way that would knowingly collapse a tunnel on them.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you're talking about moving out. These are large creatures, correct? So
Right.
you're talking about displacing a 10 foot by 10 foot square all the way down, which could move and shift things in a way that
Right.
could. It is not a
They
manner
are
of
medium, actually.
They're medium, so it makes it better. You're basically talking about the size of the house beneath folks that are already climbing down there. So you're adding to their force. I thought they were large creatures, so that does make it
That's
better.
what I would have
Actually,
figured. I guess regular badgers are little, so I guess a medium-sized badger is pretty fucking giant.
Yeah.
I don't
like
feel like badgers
dog
are
size.
just big as fuck. Anyways,
Because they're mean as hell.
got a big attitude. Okay, a rescue effort goes out, and we're gonna pick back up with you guys shortly. Our camera pans onto a slower moving crowd as Gandalin walks alongside of Crowley and Pip, sticking close to them. And Sigor says to you, and he's not walking towards the building, by the way. He's actually walking towards the docks of Thronehold. And as he's walking, he says, "What do you know so far? Speak plainly here."
I know the attack came. I know that it is almost impossible to pin down who has survived and who has not, considering if people got out, most of it was magical disappearances, so keeping tabs on who survived is hard.
You know what caused the attack?
I have suspicions, but I would like to discuss the exact cause, more of a suspicion of perpetrator rather than exact cause.
You have a suspicion of a perpetrator?
I think so. What have you found here? And
Oh,
who has employed you? Which was my initial question.
House Beneath's members on the island of Thronehold belong to all nations. We do not fall under any flag. We guard here and here alone. I'd like to know who your thoughts are on a perpetrator and why you think it's them. What I can tell you is that magics unseen were used here today. Arcane
Unseen?
No one has ever seen this type of magic. Ever. I'd like to, there were arcane protections set up ahead of time by the 12 themselves around the entirety of the island. Those were destroyed somehow without any of our men seeing. Someone knew about it. Someone. It's hard to say someone betrayed everybody, but someone was a co-conspirator of,
Whatever happened, yes.
yeah, whatever happened. I would still like to know.
Where are we right now?
Walking towards the docks of Thronehold.
I would like to be sure we cannot be eavesdropped upon.
Currently it's just you guys.
Right, I meant magically, or if it like somewhere where somebody couldn't be like invisibly following us around quite so easily or something. We're just kind of out in the middle of everything.
Gotcha. What does the Ursat's Eye allow? The Ursat's Eye doesn't allow see visibility, does it?
No,
It's
no,
just
it does
an eye.
not.
Okay.
It's just an eye. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
That was my Zoriat eye that we were like, yeah, this probably would be a bad look. Yoink.
Let's see real quick. He knows his abilities. I don't. Such things are beyond me. I don't know where you're going to feel safe enough to tell me.
At the very least, I will like roll a perception check to make sure I don't like hear anybody trying to be stealthy or any like if anybody's invisible, hear footsteps crunching.
Sure.
That's really fucking shit.
Roll a perception check. 18. You take a quick look around. You don't see Pip at first, and then she's hiding in the shadow of Crowley. Like, holy fuck, how did you get there? But no, there's no one else around you at the moment.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. What do you know of Droam?
I have a couple of battalions stationed there.
Mm-hmm.
Monstrous Nation ran by a trio of hags.
Mm-hmm.
Maina is the one I hear we deal with the most. Commands their armies.
Right.
Has used a couple of our guys we do mostly like consulting and training for their military forces, from what I know.
I see.
You suspect Droam?
Yeah. Strongly.
Good information to have. If anything does fall back on Droam, I don't want it to fall back on us, so we'll withdraw men from there. Or at least I'll try to make sure we do.
I see. The Accords, this shit didn't happen at the very start. Like this was the attack occurred while we were well within it.
Oh,
right.
Nearly ending.
Completed.
Yeah, nearly
okay.
ending.
Right. Okay. Cool. I assume that you are informed as to the contents of the Accords and discussions being held within.
Not necessarily supposed to, but yes.
Not supposed to. I don't fucking care about supposed to, but you do.
Yeah. Can't say I understood every bit of it, but yeah.
Assuming that they did indeed perpetrate this attack, it puts the nail in the coffin of that whether they're arrogant enough to think that it won't touch them, or if they think that they have made a deal that will protect them, that they are probably in league with Zoriat to some extent. Because otherwise, all this is just plain stupid.
I'm not going to assume any move made by the daughters is stupid. I think it'd be stupid to do so.
Perhaps so.
Friendly advice.
Shrug.
Not calling a king stupid. I'm not that stupid.
I don't really fucking care.
You guys get to the docks, you walk out. There's a small ship with a cabin on top that he's just walking to. Walks onto the ship itself. Come on.
Have you been at least able to confirm any of the casualties or survivors? Any identities?
Give me a persuasion check.
No, fuck. Six.
He says, I'm going to level with you. Even if we had, those nations have a right to announce it to their folks first.
I suppose. I'm not asking to be able to announce it to their folks. I'm needing to know how much chaos, as much chaos as it is guaranteed to cause, how much more it will cause if there are leaders who are dead.
You know, that's a good question, and I wish I had an answer for you, but it's not my place nor my position to give you that. And he's interrupted as, what is all that noise? Comes from inside of the cabin, and a door is flung open, and you see draped in long, sort of illustrious dark blue robes, and hunched over, grabbing his side, suntan complexion man with a graying salt and pepper beard that's tied down with a sort of like a floppy hat off to the side. He's covered in dust and rubble and blood on his midsection, and Sigor turns to you and says, someone I'd like you, or I think you'd probably like to talk to. King Gandalf Wainar, Cervelian Tetraitzi, member of the 12. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
He lived!
Hey.
Let's go.
Cervelian Tetraitzi. What a name. Italian.
Baroni.
Valian Tetrazini.
He likes to be a Tetris.
Mozzarella.
If you think that's, he says that is blood on him, it is spaghetti sauce.
It's a ragu. My ragu bust in my pocket.
Oh, no.
He was in the midst of cooking, very concentrated, and our noises threw him off and he spilled.
I was in the kitchen when I heard a big old noise.
What are you doing?
All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. Thank you guys for playing with me. We are Hard Knock Dice. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday, with the exception of next Wednesday and Saturday. We're taking it off for the holidays. We hope you do too, and hope you have a good time. On Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our wonderful Ian / Gandalf
That's me.
DMs our Fantasy West campaign called Whispers in the Dust, so make sure you go check that out. And then on Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do this across Eberron. So come check us out. Drop a follow if you haven't yet. Drop a sub if you're feeling it in your heart of hearts. But most importantly, donate Extra Life. Please go open your heart wallets to that great cause. We're raising money for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, so go check them out. We only have a very short amount of time left in this year, and that's when all the goals and everything's reset. So please go check that out. More importantly than anything else. Hope you guys have had a good time tonight. We're gonna raid some good friends over at Legends of Evantris. They are hilarious. Love those guys. So if you don't know them, I implore you to check them out as well. And have I missed anything?
I don't think so. If you donate, he'll give me a new arm.
Find out next time on Across Eberron. Much love, guys. Bye.
Bye.